calling. Pick up the phone, pick up the phone.
All right, you guys, let's get it popping. Hey, you guys, can you guys hear me? Let me make sure you guys can hear me. Hold on really quick. Make sure everything is cool. Let me check to see something real quick. Let's see. Can you guys hear me okay? Happy Wednesday, you guys. Welcome to Wind Down Wednesdays. I know I have been pushing this live back so long. Oh my goodness, it's been crazy. Welcome in, you guys. Hey sis, Mo Love in the building, 777 in the building, Rise Girl in the building. What's good, everybody? Happy freaking Wednesday. And everybody who came through, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank y'all so much for being patient with me. I have definitely this topic, listen, it's a lot, all right? It is very triggering for many people on both sides of the fence, right? On both sides of the fence, it's very triggering. However, I'm hoping that we can have a respectful conversation tonight, so we can maybe, get a little understanding of some sort. You know what I mean? So let's see here. Definitely want to branch out. Rise Girl, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. Is she on? Okay, let me go over there. Thank you guys for tuning in to my original channel. I definitely appreciate that. Hold on, let me see. I'm having some issues. Give me a second, y'all. How's everyone doing? Welcome in. Okay, I'm definitely going to play a few clips. Okay. I got you. 777 day. Wait a second. Okay, let's see. I had to switch out my hold on real quick. Well, I don't see Rise Girl in the hold on, wait a minute. How come I don't see her over here? That is weird. Okay, hold on. Let me go over here. I got it. Give me a second. Give me a second. We're going to get into some things. Okay. So many people have been talking about this particular topic with Jess Hilarious, the comedian. Some people find her funny, some people don't. You know, it is what it is, to each their own. I think she's funny sometimes, Sometimes she funny. Oh, wait a minute. I did that wrong. I'm tripping, y'all. Hold on, give me a second. But that's really not the point today, whether she's funny or not. The point is basically she was responding to a trans woman who made comments about women and their period cycles, all that woman stuff. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Let me find the clip first. As a matter of fact, I'll just use the audio. You guys, please. This is ghetto productions right now. So please bear with me. I'm gonna play the audio real quick of the what the trans person said. The trans woman said from TikTok. I think her name is Blessing Rose, and then Just Hilarious did a response. So in case some of you guys haven't heard, um, it's been a lot of talk between trans women and women, okay? Back and forth, back and forth. Now, a lot of people these days are, using the term cis woman. I'm not going to use that term. You're welcome, Raz Girl, of course. I won't be using that term because I don't like the term. And just like people want to be called certain things, I feel like as a woman, I should, be respected and be called, just a woman because that's what I am. I was born with a vagina, and science is science, and it just is what it is. But let's get into it, okay? So the cis thing for me, we're gonna get into all of this. I don't prefer to be called cisgender anything. Um, just a woman, because that's what I am. When my mom went down there to get a sonogram, I'm sure back in the 80s, they probably said, "Oh, you're having a girl." They didn't see a penis. So yeah, it just is what it is. But anyway, let's get into it. But like I said, I'm gonna open up the panel in a little bit. I'm gonna play a few clips. You know what I'm saying? Hey, triple head. Yes, we were born with cooteros, respectfully. Okay, let's get into this. All right, so first, I'm sure maybe some of you guys haven't heard about this situation, but let's get into the first clip first, really quick, and then Just Hilarious's response to the trans woman from TikTok. I believe her name is Blessing Rose, and let's get into it. Let's see what we have.
It just comes out when the transphobia just comes out, the audacity and just the arrogance for cis women to believe that they own periods, that they own womanhood. You don't. Okay, you don't own periods. You
How 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 do women not own periods? Somebody explain that to me. I need help with that one. That one right there really triggered me because, like, if you have never experienced a period respectfully, especially a heavy one, okay, if you respect, this is probably going to get a little gruesome to some. Hopefully, you're not eating or anything. If you've never had blood clots coming out of your vagina off of a sanitary pad or napkin, or your tampon, please do not tell me that I, as a woman, don't own a period. Hey, James, how you doing? Please do not tell me, as a woman, that I don't own periods, because I definitely do. If you have not bled for weeks at a time and had cramps for weeks at a time, don't tell me as a woman that I don't own a period. That's foolishness. That's delusion. That's crazy. Okay. So that right there really triggered me. Okay. Because if you're a woman who has, who's dealt with issues with your period, then this is not cool. This is disrespectful at this point. You know what I mean? So it's the gaslighting for me. But let's keep listening to the foolery. All right, let's keep listening.
for cis women to believe that they own periods, that they own womanhood. You don't.
We do.
Okay, you don't own periods. You don't own womanhood. You experience both, and both are different for every person. But cis woman, it doesn't belong to you, so you can't gatekeep it.
We can.
Hello.
We can definitely gatekeep it because we're the only ones who have it. We're the only ones who experience it. Okay. Hey, Cece says, you know what I mean? This is absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Please hit the like button and take the poll as well. This conversation may get a little uncomfortable for some, but it just is what it is. I'm standing up for women, period. They have a whole crew over there standing up for them. I'm gonna be a spokesperson for women. It is what it is. All right. However, I will respect your pronouns, if you will. I don't have a problem doing that at the end of the day, because I do want you to call me as such. I prefer to be called a woman, not a cis, not a fish. So I'm gonna respect you and call you, you know, a trans woman. It is what it is. She, her, whatever you want to be called. If you want to be called an airplane, I'll call you that too. It is what it is. Who is this? Do y'all see this person in the chat? Can y'all block them? I don't know which stream they're in, but it's really weird. Okay. So anyway, let's keep listening. All right. So let's see.
For every person, but as a cis woman, it doesn't belong to you, so you can't gate. Hello. Who the fuck is gonna stand up?
Now, this is just Hilarious's response to the trans woman by the name of Blessing Rose on TikTok. Okay, let's see. Let's see.
For us. Who the fuck stands up for us? And I keep it. Hello? Hello? Who the fuck is gonna stand up for us? Who the fuck stands up for us? And I mean women, real women, biological women, women who were born with all the parts that you guys wish that you were. When does the delusion stop? What is the difference between you and someone who has been diagnosed to be mentally insane? What's the only difference is you don't have a straight jacket on. Stop talking out your fucking ass. Wake up. How are you projecting your anger on real women? Because we are the gatekeepers. We are the gatekeepers for periods. We're the only one that fucking bleed, honey. We're the only ones that can give birth. We make y'all people. We make y'all. Y'all come from us. You can't be us. You will never. You're chasing something you'll never, ever get. You'll never be that.
Okay, so Jess said what she said. I stand with Jess Hilarious 100% on this topic for sure, because she is, a woman, not a trans woman, even though she has been mistaken for being one. And, some of the trans girls like to clown her for that. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like some women do have a stronger face, a stronger jawline, but that does not negate the fact that they were born with all the female organs. Okay. All right. So let's not, play these games. Like Jess Hilarious, she is got a little strong face, and that's okay. Some women just have that. And then people also say the same thing about Tasha K as well. So, it's just the gaslighting for me. I feel like the lines are getting a little bit too blurred, in my opinion. And I think that's an issue. You know what I mean? I really do think that's an issue. It kind of started a few years ago, I think, with the bathroom situation, sharing a bathroom, especially like even in high schools and stuff like that. There were girls who got SA'd or graped, if you will. I'm trying to, keep my words politically correct for this platform. But there were girls who were getting SA'd and graped by trans girls. They were born male but decided to start to transition in high school, and they were getting graped in the restrooms because they were allowing these trans girls, okay, who were born male, to go into the restroom with these girls who were born female, and they were getting SA'd and graped. So tell me that's not sick and crazy. Now, I'm not saying all of them are like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just imagine you having a child having to deal with something like that, or being afraid of something like that. You know what I mean? It's absolutely insane to even think about, to fathom. Like, what? That's crazy. Okay, so anyway, so let's get into this. The next clip. So Jess said what she said. So T.S. Madison chimes in, right? T.S. Madison chimes in with her comments, who is an activist for the or the LGBTQIA community. And don't get me wrong, I have been watching T.S. Madison for many years. I think she's hilarious. I think she's funny. I just, I've enjoyed a lot of her content over the years. But I do feel like she could have went about her response in a different way when it came to this whole situation. I really do feel like she could have, did things a little bit different. Hey Tampa, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? So let me see if I can find T.S. Madison's original response, because at the time when all of this was going on, she was out of town or on vacation. So she couldn't really go live and, say whatever it is that she really wanted to say. But let's go to her page and I'm going to read let's see. Let me go back. Okay. All right, so let's start here. I'm going to share my screen really quick. Hit the Cash App if you listen. You can hit the Cash App whether you ugly, whether you cute. It don't matter. Hit the Cash App though. Thank you, respectfully. Period. So let me read first what T.S. Madison said while this was going on, while she was out of town. Okay, so let's get into it. All right. So it says, she tweeted, I guess, there are so many real women that get mistaken for being transgender. So first of all, let's that right there alone, I think, was unnecessary. Okay. In my opinion, I feel like it was unnecessary because what does that have to do with the context of the argument? With the person who started this whole thing out told women that we did not own the rights to periods and menstrual cycles. And, just being, a woman at the end of the day. How is it that we don't reserve the right to own that? Okay, anyway, let me keep reading. There are so many real women that get mistaken for being transgender. Transgender women, and that's where a lot of the anger comes from. I don't think that's where the anger comes from, but you may have a point, because if I was ever accused of being transgender, it might upset me too. I'm just keeping it a buck. Hey, Melissa B. I'm just keeping it a buck. But I feel like this was a little gaslighting, this response. For you to claim, T.S. Madison, to be an activist for women, I don't think this was the best way to, honestly, I feel like you could have did it a little bit different, in my opinion. Okay. So it says there are so many real women that get mistaken for being transgender women, and that's where a lot of anger comes from. I do hope they take a good look at how transphobia affects all women. What? First of all, just because someone has a different opinion than you does not make them transphobic. Okay. And then to mention, period, like the whole argument was about gatekeeping of periods. What did getting mistaken for being transgender have to do with what that trans woman said, the Blessing Rose person? What did that have to do with anything? Nothing. You're bringing up somebody's aesthetic, basically, which has nothing to do with the argument at hand. That was gaslighting. Complete gaslighting. Like that was just uncalled for. So, I mean, people might not read between the lines. I can read between the lines, okay? All right, so let's see. Let's see what else was said. Okay, so then I guess D.L. Hughley said something. This is T.S. Madison's response to D.L. Hughley. Um, it says, you definitely got your facts wrong, like y'all normally do. I never said anything about women's periods, nor did I ever say Jess looked like a man. But you alluded to the fact that that's what you were saying, though. Like, come on. Stop throwing the rock and hiding your hand. Because that's what it's giving. I'm just saying. Like, I just hate when people try to, play like somebody stupid. Ain't nobody stupid. I mean, I don't know who people think they talking to, but you know, people can read between the lines more than, 9 times out of 10. Um, yeah, when I get back tomorrow and back on American soil. Okay. So listen. All right, so she did all that. All right. So let me get into the next part. Tasha K also had a response. Let's get into that. Let me play a little bit of Tasha K's response. Y'all give me just a second. Cause honey, I stand with Tasha K as well. I'm not a huge fan of Tasha, but I stood with Tasha on this, right? I stood with Tasha. Now I don't agree with Tasha, dragging T.S. Madison's mom. Apparently she drugged T.S. Madison's mom. But keep in mind, Jess Hilarious and Tasha K don't even like each other, but I appreciate and I love the fact that she stood up for and with Jess Hilarious on this, even though they just got done dragging each other a couple months ago. Okay. So let's get into that really quick. Let me play the audio. Let me find it first. Give me a second. It won't be hard to find. Give me a moment, y'all. I wish I could share my screen and my audio with y'all. Let me see. But we're going to get it fixed one day. Hold on. Which one is it? Oh, here it goes. Let me hold on, wait. Is this the one? Come on here. Let me add this because I've been holding my tongue for quite a while. I really have. Y'all come on in here. I've been really holding my tongue for quite a while. I really have. Because I'm seeing, I'm watching how certain people move. And I'm putting an ad on it. Okay, I'm watching how certain people move, and there's a lot of people. Just like a lot of people can say, you know what? People have told me stuff about Tasha. Now I see what they're saying, right? Y'all go ahead. People can say the same goes for me. Okay, so anything that I'm saying, the same goes for me. I am not exempt from this. Okay, I'm not exempt. Now I saw that post that T.S. Madison made in response to what Jess Hilarious has said. Now, although I sent my own shots to Black women, it's sort of like how, we were taught, subconsciously about colorism. When you see light-skinned women and I'm a dark-skinned woman, at the end of the day, we're still Black women, whether you light-skinned, dark-skinned, brown-skinned, or whatever. But because it's embedded, sort of like your mama jokes and shit like that, and we all know where it stems from. We all know where it comes from, okay? We know that. But at some point, somebody has got to take a stance. Now, when it comes to me, you know, I guess creating boundaries per se, because I'm trying to be careful, but I'm really not trying to be careful because I know how these conversations could shape. But here's what I'm gonna say. Yes, I send shots to Jess. It's just a woman. Jess is 100% a woman. Jess gets thrown shots. Oh, you masculine, you this, just like me. I'm short hair, she's long hair. Okay? Me and her go through the same things. And for some reason, when I see somebody like T.S. Madison or others like her, like Sydney Starr, and they want to say that we hate trans women because we get mistaken for being trans women. No, the fuck we don't. No, the fuck
We don't. We don't get upset because we're mistaken for being trans women. The only reason there's a trans women is because they want to be women. We don't get mistaken for something that we are. And you know what? We're the real trans women. Because Black women embody both masculinity and femininity. We can do what both men and women do. We are feminism. But y'all always want to make it about y'all and it ain't got shit to do with y'all. Y'all, listen, and this is no disrespect to being who you want to be. To say, one day I want to play character and be boosty, because everybody look like a little boosty because he can be my brother. Because Black women and Black men look the same. That Black men go to go find a little bit more softer, a little bit more gentler, because they can't smoke.
Is the audio better, y'all? Let me know. It's a little ghetto right now. Give me a minute.
This is about the blatant disrespect that Black women have always gotten from white men, white women, Black men, racially ambiguous men and women. Only for Black trans men, play men, to come tell us we jealous of y'all. Are you fucking delusional? Delusional. This is so fucking ignorant. It's just like another root. It's like another root being embedded. All these blurred lines. When you are a mixture of the both of us, that's the reason why you can float between. That's the reason why our men can float between. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now I fuck with you, but I'm not gonna fuck with this ignorance. And like I said, I'm not exempt from this because I'm a part of the problem too. I send shots to my fellow Black women as well. Entire message. But what I'm not gonna let y'all do is use these numbers.
Wait a minute. So y'all can't hear it? What the hell? Y'all can't hear it? Okay. So anyway, so here's the thing. This is what we're gonna do. So basically, y'all heard, I guess, enough of it. I'll go ahead and drop the link and see what you guys feel so far about it. But for me, it's okay. Here's the thing. Let me see. I just feel like there is a level of respect that is needed, you know. Now I try my best to respect everybody. If you want to be called such and such or whatever, I try to respect that. You know what I mean? But it seems as if when women ask for respect, it's a whole problem. It's an issue. You know what I'm saying? It's an issue. And I just don't understand, for the love of God, why, like, there can be no respect for, in my opinion, no respect for women. I feel like women today are at this point being bullied in a sense. And this is just my opinion. I feel like women are being bullied to just go along, to get along. But the minute we speak up and say something and speak out, we're problematic. We're the problem. We're jealous. We're transphobic. And it's not even, I promise you, I'm going to speak for myself. I'm not, listen, I'm not in competition with anybody, right? But myself. But at the end of the day, it's like I get so tired of trans women claiming that we're jealous. What are we jealous of? At the end of the day, we're the blueprint. So why would we be jealous? Like, could it possibly be that it's the other way around? Could that be it? Who's really jealous? I'm just I'm just asking. I'm just asking, So, if you guys want to come up and voice your opinion, feel free. Try to keep it respectful. I would love to hear from anybody who has an opinion on this, but I just find it very offensive that people want to call, women who were born women at the end of the day, cisgendered women or cis women. And we don't want to be, most of us don't want to be called that, you know? And I don't see the issue. I don't see the problem with that. You know what I mean? What's, what's good, 777? No music. No music. Okay, thank you. Hey, what's up, 777?
What's going on? I just woke up. We can't play music.
No, not on here.
Oh, this is the big channel. This is the Hollywood channel.
Not Hollywood, but I'm trying to get it remonetized again.
So, I just woke up.
Okay.
I think, man, I gotta be careful what I say
Be
because
nice.
this
Yes.
is the big
Yes.
channel, right?
Yes. This is, we're trying to move on up.
Okay. I think, what am I supposed to call them? Transformers?
No, don't say that either. That's not
What-
politically correct.
So what's politically correct?
You can say trans or trans women.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think trans are like some of the ugliest things on earth.
Oh my God.
Respectfully, I think that they hate women, so it's so weird to find them talking like about women all the time. Because at the end of the day, it's a man dressed up as a woman, right?
I mean, well, that if that's how you if that's how you feel, I can't,
Yeah, this there's some nasty monsters out there in this world, and when they start trying to tell a woman that they can't be a female, that they don't own a period, which is
Yeah. How do
crazy.
you feel about that? Like,
I really don't like to be up here talking about talking
I
about
know, like,
these
right?
things.
That's
I
a
don't
lot.
like to see. I'm like a old school type of person, so I'm not from the era of seeing this type of stuff. Like it's really still new to me. You know what I mean? Like where I
Hmm.
come from, I guess. But it's just like I don't know. I think they need to go to an island all together and just live there, and they could all be weird and do weird, creepy stuff like all together.
Oh
Like
Lord.
I really don't think like children need to see them. I seriously like I think there should be like a special island dedicated to these people that they can all fly there and just live happily ever after, like away from the normal people. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I will say that I just for the last, I guess, couple of years or few years, it's just been so much argument between the woman and the trans woman. It's just so much back and forth.
Well, they
Like
hate
no
you
one can
guys.
come to an agreement.
Well,
Do
I
you
mean, they
really think that?
respectfully, yes, they hate you guys. So, like a trans, whatever they're called, a woman or whatever. I don't even want to call him a trans woman at this point. I would just like to say like a trans man. You know
Well,
how like a
that's the
mhm.
opposite though. Like a trans man is a
Nah, I
a
think they're all
female. Wait,
no,
a female that was a woman who was born with female parts and then wanted to transition into a man. So that's a trans man.
I think these things are the ugliest, nastiest creatures on the face of the planet.
Oh my god.
And So I really think that like one, they hate females for 100%. It's crazy how they want to be. So it's crazy how they want to be a woman, but they hate women. Like
You know
it's
what? I really like. I hate to. I would hate to think that they like all of them. I don't think all of them do hate women.
it's just though, it's the GAYs that make me uncomfortable too. Just the regular GAY. Shout out to everybody that's a GAY out here. Like if you're on the channel or whatever, which I'm sure there are, because your channel is kind of a little in between, I guess I would call it. But like, see, like you play with them, like I don't play with them where I'm from. But I just think that these people are really not fit mentally to even be in public. And it sounds harsh, but like they like, you know what I mean? They're just disrespectful people just in general. Like they don't dress appropriately. They don't care about like having any type of like standards or class. I think they're just classless people at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So it don't surprise me that they talk like that about, women. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hate that it has to like be this way, honestly, because like I have never been jealous of any female, any woman, any
Mhm.
trans woman, any of that. Like it's just not in my nature to be jealous. So I don't
Mhm.
understand that whole aspect of being jealous, but it's just giving like a lot of jealousy to me. I feel like there's like this underlying jealousy.
I think when you're happy, people are jealous. I think when you're comfortable in your own skin and you're free to talk, excuse me, you're free to talk how you feel like talking, live how you feel like living, dress how you dress. Like it's especially hard for people that are like, GAY or
Mhm.
trans, whoever they are, whatever their names are. I think it's really difficult for people like that to accept like a real woman's happiness. You know what I mean? I think there's underlining like hatred deep down that's like rooted from hating themselves. Does that make sense?
I get what you're saying. I just think it's another thing that I guess that bothers me too is the whole like cis woman term that they've given us, and it's really well, apparently it's been in the dictionary for decades at this point, but they just started reinforcing like enforcing it, that term in the last, I would say, maybe 5-10 years. And I probably just learned about this term about 2 years ago. But I don't want to be I don't want to be called a cis woman, and or I mean, I'm sure you don't want to be called a cis man, right?
Ma'am, please don't include me in any type of.
No, I'm just saying, like, how would you,
I don't
like,
even know. I'm just up here to support you, like as a person, as a, you know what I mean. But like
I appreciate that.
as far as the title, please don't associate me with any type of weird nicknames. I have no clue what. I really don't know what you're talking about when it comes to cis something. I just know that women call each other sis. Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
that's not what it is. No.
This is
So there
something
is a
darker. This is
this
something
is some
twisted.
this is a
Mhm.
term that let me show you what it is.
These people are really creatures of like a darker, like sick lifestyle. Like I can't, you know what I
Okay.
mean? These people are really monsters at the end of the day, respectfully.
Oh my goodness.
They're not okay. A cisgender. Wow.
So
The
it
note.
says,
You
yeah.
want me to try? You want me to try to read?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Denoting or relating to a person whose gender identity corresponds with the sex registered for them at birth, not transgender. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean?
So basically, whatever, gender that you were born with, that
Hmm.
is, and you stick with that gender, that's what you call a cisgender person. So, there's terms like they're calling women now cis women or cis man if you were born with, you know, your
It's like these people. It's like
so
these people.
it's complicated, child.
It's like these people just create. You gotta remember, like GAYs and like the trans community and everything like that. They literally had nothing, and they still have nothing at all. Like there's really no. All that they got right now is like social medias that want to talk about.
I don't think they do have
Nah,
they've gotten a
uh,
lot of rights in the last
nah,
few
I don't know.
years. Yeah.
There'll never be like a university dedicated to these, trans kids, which is another sick issue. There'll never be like again, so there'll never be like universities for them, solely for them. The only thing that they've
I
done
don't think
is
they even want that though. I just
sure
think
they
that
do.
they want to
Sure,
be
oh yeah, they
included
do.
with what they identify as. I don't think they want to be separate, if that makes sense.
What I think coming from a male perspective is, and coming from a pretty harsh male perspective, I would say that I think they're similar, like the whole trans community, and respectfully, the whole GAY. I don't know if I can say gay. I guess apparently I'm scared to say anything now on this channel. But
Oh
with the
my
whole,
god.
gay and trans community or whatever, they are similar to a guerrilla like
Oh my
army
god.
in like a third world country. No, that sounded crazy. Like
That is so extra.
they're like a guerrilla army in like a third world country. It's like this little tiny group of people. Some of them have weapons, some of them don't, but they're just really loud and they don't really do anything productive. Like the trans community doesn't do anything productive for society, neither does the GAY community. They just kind of like destroy people's like well-being, and I just want to go about my
I
day.
wouldn't go that well, okay. I wouldn't go that far. I don't think they destroy like people's well-being per se.
No, well, let me speak
But
from a straight male though. But like you're speaking from a female's view, and you guys are like non-confrontational. That was a tough
yeah,
word
for
for
the
me.
most part.
Yeah, that was a tough word for me. That was a pretty big word. But so like so like I'm in so like I was in like an
Hi
office.
Tamika.
Hey Tamika, I love Tamika now for some reason.
Tamika's
Maybe
she's a sweetie pie.
I don't know why. I just get this good energy off of Tamika somehow. But
Yeah, she's cool.
Tamika, what's up? So I was in the office. I was in the office the other day, and there was a bunch of people coming in and out and in and out. And then this monster looking thing came in there.
Be nice.
All I said was a monster. I didn't
Okay.
say what it was. Just take it for what it is.
Okay.
This monster came in, and I'm telling you the honest to God truth. I was disgusted and it made me uncomfortable. And I said, like, man, I was like, let me get the fuck away from this person. So I actually got up and like moved where I was sitting a little bit because I didn't even want somebody to walk in and look and be like, oh, wow, like, are they sitting together type stuff? There was like chairs in the office. They're all kind of together. So this monster looking, mannish looking, nasty with the wig on looking thing answered the phone. It was the funniest thing on earth. Its phone rang. And when the phone rang, it answered the phone like, it answered the phone like, hello, this is Vanessa. I swear to God, I swear on my son. It
Well,
was like,
some of them have really deep
hello, this is Vanessa.
voices. Yeah, some of them like Caitlyn Jenner.
But why do that? And why? Why be out here like that? Why
Yeah,
can't you just
if okay, for me, like
Mhm.
if I was born a man, right, and I wanted to transition
Ooh,
into a woman, I
listen.
would definitely do whatever it took to try to soften up my voice a little bit more, especially if I had a really deep voice. I would definitely try to fix that, like, cause that right there, like, is one of the first things people notice is your voice, like the tone of your voice and all that. So I would definitely like be working on that, like, cause I don't want to sound like Caitlyn.
I
Like,
think they're
yes.
so ugly though.
Well,
And
some of them,
Please don't do that.
Some of them are. No, I've seen some
Yeah.
really pretty ones.
I just, it makes me just coming from. Oh, can we please get the cisgender thing off of here though? It's just like I feel so uncomfortable being up here in general, and then just I'm only here for you. Like that's it. But
Oh my
oh
God. You're
God,
so
it's just
crazy.
so like what I'm saying is this world that we live in now is not the same world that we, came from, obviously, as children growing up.
Oh no, it's totally different. Yeah.
And I just want to go back. You know what it is with somebody like me, I just want to go back to the old way of things. Like if it was up to me, I would go back to the 1950s and I would just live in that wonderful life, 1960s, you know what I mean? And then I think
I've
around the
thought
night,
about that.
huh?
I've thought about that. Like I thought about like what it would be like to live, like to be an adult
I'm in the
in like
wrong
the
era.
70s. I
Yeah.
wanted to be an adult and I think like I could see like the fro like, oh my God, that would be so dope. The 70s. I would like to be a grown up in the 70s.
I think
That sounds
everything
fun.
was, yeah, like you seem like so like where would you fit in my eyes? You would be like I could see you wearing like the bell bottom pants and like
Yes.
I could see you just wearing those weird tie-dye outfits and like hippie type stuff. Like
Not hippie. Oh my goodness.
you're not like a hippie, but I could
I
see it.
imagine like a Pam Greer type. I imagine
Yeah, like yeah, you
something like
remind me of
that.
Pam Grier, something like that.
Yeah,
So
that would
like,
be dope.
and that's where these women or things, I can't call them women, but that's where they really want to, that's who they want to be. They want to be you guys like so bad. So they dress like you, they act like you, they try to talk like you. But at the end of the day, it's a really uncomfortable place to be. Like as a straight male, being surrounded by these creatures walking the face of this planet, like
Right.
how am I not supposed to be rude? Like, excuse me, can you get up and go walk? Can you go like sit on the other side of the room? Like, I don't know if that sounds pretty harsh or what, but
Mm.
if I was around like an actual creature that I felt like I was like kind of, you know what I mean? Like these people are not mentally well. So if I was around a crazy person, let's say, you know how a crazy person is walking down the street, you see they're absolutely insane, so you like walk across the street, right?
Right.
That's kind of how I feel about like the transgender community and like the gay community, respectfully. I feel like they're
Okay,
not.
and that's your perspective, that's your opinion. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah,
Everybody
and this is
has,
just my opinion. This isn't the opinion of Here for the Tea, by the way.
yeah, like I mean, this is, open as long as, we keep it pretty respectful and everything like
Yeah,
that.
I think I'm
What's
doing
good,
that.
Urban? Yeah, you are. I'm actually proud of you, honestly,
Thank
because
you.
who you can yeah.
Earlier
Um
I had a rough
I
one
don't even want to
earlier.
talk about earlier because I had to replay it back and I was like, okay,
Was
hold
I?
on. What
Yeah, I
the
don't
fuck?
want to go there.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
not go there. Um
I wasn't. Was I wrong though, or no?
I, I don't want to talk about it.
She just always comes for
Don't
me.
don't do that.
Always. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So
That's
Urban
your people.
said,
That's your
greetings,
people.
greetings, cis women
Ugh.
laughing. Oh my God. He's playing a joke. He just did a live and his title was intriguing to me.
Mm,
He said that basically this is all cis women's or women's fault that the
hmm.
trans women feel comfortable being as
Right.
bold as they are. How do
Right.
you feel about that?
I think it is. I think he's right. I think he is right. Gosh, Jesus, I just gotta ignore this person now.
Hey, be good, please.
I think that he is right. I think that it's partially, your guys' fault because you condone this type of behavior. Like men, we don't condone this type of behavior, so they know not to like come around like us. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
they
But
could kind of like, huh?
how do you feel about like, okay, because I hear people say that like okay, women, you made them comfortable, you let them in, and this and that and the third, and then they turn on you. Some of them do, and then on the other side of that, it's like
Mm,
in my head, I'm thinking, what about those some men who are married, or who in relationships who have children that
yeah.
like sneak off with these trans women? Like, so
I
is it
mean,
really? Is
that's a
it
whole
really
nother.
you know what I mean? Is it really the woman who's let them in, or is it like the down low men who have made them comfortable, or you know what I mean, who have made them
Nah.
feel so
Um.
bold to come out and say, "Well, oh yeah, I fucked your man," or stuff
Ooh,
like
God.
that. You know what
Ooh.
I mean?
Oh.
You know what I
So
mean?
that
Like that's the thing too.
it's few and far between because I can't let you do this to shout out to the straight gang out here. I can't let you do this and say that, a lot of these straight men are dealing with these
No, I
transgender.
didn't
It,
mean a lot.
it
My
happens.
bad. If I said a
No,
lot,
no,
I
it
didn't mean a
happens.
lot.
No, it happens. But like as far as women, see, he's absolutely right now that I think about it because you females love, and I mean love for some reason, the GAY community, the trans community.
Yeah.
You guys want to get dressed up with them, put your makeup on with them and stuff like that. So you guys are condoning this behavior, in my opinion. It's like, so whatever they do say, like you guys do have to like condone, like you guys are accepting that behavior. So until you guys start like swinging on them in public, there's going to be no end to this. They like again, what I said earlier, they know not to come around straight men because especially like
Hey,
super straight men,
Nene.
especially around disrespectful men like me. They know not to play around me.
Yeah,
Don't bring that.
because you can be a little, yeah.
No, but just don't bring that around me. Don't bring that around my child.
I
Like
get it. Like, listen, I totally listen.
that's how
I
you women should
understand.
be. I think you guys should be like that
I
too. Instead of
understand.
you guys are playing with these creatures. Like you know what I mean?
Don't say creatures, but listen.
I
So
think I could
I
say
get what you're
creatures. I think
saying.
it's fair. I think it's fair to say creatures.
I get okay.
They are.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, we're all wait. Wouldn't we all be
No,
creatures?
no, no. Because when you dress up on Halloween, you're dressing up as some people like to dress up as animals,
Hey,
creatures. You know what I mean?
Ersby, y'all hit the link. I need some more people on the panel so we can, that would be have a nice. I would love to have a nice dialogue with more people. Not saying that I don't like to talk to 777 because we always have a
I'm
great
definitely
combo.
leaving early. I'm definitely leaving early tonight. Yeah.
Oh, you're tired today?
No, I just can't be up here with Mo in the chat. Like
Oh God,
I'm
please,
just
not
playing.
today.
No, I'm
Okay,
just joking.
please
I'm
be
just joking.
nice. Y'all are.
How
Whew,
come
okay.
she don't hit the link with me? She's not allowed to talk to me no more, I guess.
No, like I don't know why she's not up here. I thought she would be up here, honestly.
Well, it's here for the tea, and I'm here for the tea right now, but it's just not the right time. But we'll get to that eventually.
Got it. Okay.
You know,
Crazy.
she's a lot, girl. Let me tell you, she's a lot.
Not let me tell you.
Let me tell you, woo, child, she is a lot.
Oh my
Lord
God.
knows I've tried. Lord
You
knows
know what? Don't do it.
God
Don't
is
do
my.
it.
The Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want. That's all. Go
Oh my
ahead.
goodness.
Go ahead.
Okay, so let's get back to the topic because I don't even
He
want to go
leads me
there.
to lay down in green pastures. Go ahead.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. You a mess. Okay.
These people are
So
they're violent, they're disruptive, they are disorderly. Um,
mhm.
I don't know why you guys act like it's a brand new. Like you guys, every time something happens, you guys act like this is like a brand new behavior for them. But this is what they do. They literally love to offend. They love to disrespect females. They love, you know what I mean? This is what they
Hey
do.
JW.
Oop,
Y'all
they
hit the
love.
link. Hit the link, y'all. I want to hear from you guys.
Mhm,
Like I really do. Don't be afraid.
mhm.
Um, this is a great topic. I feel like it needs to be talked about because it has been so crazy this week in the blogs, this whole topic with the transgenders and
They're
the,
ugly. They're ugly.
oh my God.
They are. You guys are so
Some of
nice. Like,
them, some.
no, like you guys see, you guys do this, so you guys always give them the rope. You know what I mean? To just go ahead and run crazy with
But
it.
I don't want to be mean. Like, if
They're
I feel
not
like one of
pretty.
like, because some of them are pretty, I'm not gonna
No, they're not.
lie and say that they are. Some of them are.
You
You
guys
know
are
what I
sick.
mean?
You
Some of them
guys,
are.
you guys are sick. You guys do this all the time.
Oh my
Like,
What's
God.
up?
Hey,
what's up,
Hey,
J
J
JW.
Dub?
Dub. What's good?
Chilling, like a villain.
Like a
Kind of
villain. Period.
chilling
So
like a villain.
which one of you ladies want to speak on the topic tonight?
What is the topic?
It's about trans women versus women.
See,
How do you
look at what A said.
Trans,
I'm with you, A.
trans men versus women.
no the trans women are the ones who were born with the, have the male parts, but they transitioned into women. And so there's a big fight online right now between, biological women versus trans women. How do you feel about that argument?
What is the argument? One is doing what he
Well,
wants to do, and like I don't get it. Like, what is
I
with?
blame
I mean,
I blame
I
the
don't.
I blame the Hispanic community for this.
Well, I don't blame anybody from that unless you can blame God for that if you want to blame somebody. These are
really?
people. These are people. They
Yeah, but
who says why don't they have the right to be who they want to be? You who you want to be. Everybody wants to be who they want to be.
Okay, let me put
I
some
think my
context
thing.
into it, JW,
Okay.
because I don't think you understand that. Let me go back. I don't know if you were listening earlier. So let me explain. So a trans woman, okay, someone who was born male at birth and then transitioned into a woman, got
yeah.
on TikTok and stated that, women don't own the rights to having periods, women don't own the rights to menstruation and all these different things that women have to deal with, pregnancy and fertility and all that stuff that women have to deal with. And so
Oh,
a biological woman, just hilarious, she came back and responded to the trans woman saying, we do hold the right to gatekeep periods and this and that, because you guys cannot have that. That is only for us because you guys don't have to experience the pain and all the things that we have to go through when we have our periods.
Oh,
Like,
drop the
so
link.
they're trying to take our periods too. Damn.
Drop the link.
So now how
that
do you,
that,
okay,
that wait a minute. That sounds so fucking ridiculous.
that's
Like
crazy.
what?
So now it makes sense right now. You said why we upset. Okay, go ahead.
That is really ridiculous. Like, why y'all? I mean, like, you know who you are. You know you wasn't born that way to have a period. You want to have a
But
period?
they
Take
they're
a.
claiming they want to claim periods too now. Basically, they don't want
Well,
only
then
us
they
to
probably
claim
they
them.
probably could find a way to have a period. I mean, like,
Ugh.
what are they? What
But
are
who
they
the fuck
mad at the
wants
women
one?
for?
Who wants
Like,
the
Look,
fucking period?
look at what
but see,
A.
they don't understand that. See, what they're saying is, like, I don't. They the way they said it was totally wrong. They want to be what they want to be so badly, so they want all of everything that happens with a real woman. You know what I'm saying? So
Some
they can't have it. So I guess it's a psychological thing, I believe. But yeah, I
some
would
women
I
don't
would
even
gladly let them have a period. Shit. Go ahead. Have have at it.
some women don't even some women don't even act like women these days though. So there's a lot of confusion going on. Like a lot of women are masculine at the end of the day. So there's a
Now
lot
you
of
got some butches out there, and then you got some women like
right,
me who's just was a tom. I grew up a tomboy,
right,
so
right.
So you don't mean that a woman is masculine if she's not a butch. She just a person that grew up that way. I like to play ball. I was athletic. and I can fight, and I can cuss, and I can be anybody I want to be. So
Yeah, I
I
like.
don't see, but
Yeah,
it's but I see this is the thing. It doesn't matter. Why do you even give a fuck what another person is or what they're doing? It's stupid.
I feel offended. Respectfully, I feel offended because I don't like my child seeing that type of behavior. So
Okay, well, you know
you know what I
what?
mean?
That behavior been in this world since the world began. Your child, all our children, is gonna grow up, and I mean, it could even come be in your family. You shelter your kids, how they gonna see it anyway? They're gonna see it in the schools. They're gonna see it in the street. They're gonna see it when they go to the damn store, when they go to the department store, when they go buy their clothes. People who sell shit to them,
Who's
who
that?
sells
T?
them the groceries. There is no
That was
way to get
Aries
around
B.
that. What you gonna put blindfolds on your kid forever? You
See,
supposed to just
so
explain to your kid that there's different people.
I
nah, yeah, I don't
listen.
have to explain though.
No,
I
I'm just saying. I ain't saying you.
See, that's
I'm
why I
just saying
blame the Hispanic.
period.
That's why I blame the Hispanic community for a lot of this too, though.
why? Like why
I'll tell you
them?
why. Because you must not have a lot of Hispanics around you. Because
I'm in
the
Texas. I see Hispanics all the time.
well, those are Mexicans, though.
True.
What
True.
I'm saying is they condone this behavior to the 10th power. They love it. They turn little boys into girls in that community. Like they think it's okay. They think it's cute. Like Hispanic women love doing that type of weird stuff to their kids. Like
So
I
the
just
Hispanic women, you're saying the Hispanic women,
They don't care if you're
they
yeah.
turn their little boys into girls.
Yep. Facts.
Wow.
Yep. They like
Now,
that.
you know what? That's pretty extreme, and I
Uh,
don't see why you would say things like
well
that.
the
Now,
well res-
you're gonna say all the Hispanics,
you know
all the
Hispanics
Hispanic
go for
women,
that. They go for that
huh?
behavior though. They go
They
for
go
that.
for what kind of behavior?
They go for that weird trans mixing genders. They do all that. They love
I
that.
didn't know that either, honestly.
They go for that.
They go for what? What do you mean they go for
A
it?
lot of
Like
the most women that I've ever seen growing up that turned to lesbians were Hispanic.
maybe they was that way all the time.
And
Maybe
the
that's
majority of
just who they
gays,
were.
the
Like
majority
all
of
damn
gays were
Hispanics,
Hispanics.
all Hispanics are not gay or
Nah, you
trans. I
Hispanics live a
That's
wicked
crazy.
lifestyle. They live a wicked lifestyle.
Well, you must got something against Hispanics. You
I
got
don't.
something against all the Hispanics. So you're
The
gonna
community as a whole,
say,
yes.
well,
The
just say
community
the
as a whole
people that
accepts
you know,
the
the
Okay.
community
Hispanics
as
that
a
you know.
whole. The community as a whole accepts that behavior.
Could I say
Okay.
something, y'all? Hey,
Yeah,
everybody.
I was just gonna let you in, Aries B. Hey Urban, hey everybody on the panel. Let
Hey,
me see
Mo
what Aries.
Love. 10 for the T.
Hey baby, how you
J
doing?
Dub. And the,
Hey,
and the and the guest and the man in the house. Yeah, I agree with what he said. Women are more tolerant to transgender, but not all women gel with them like that. I think that's a misconception. But they not gonna do it to men. Certain men, they
Mm,
not a real man. They not gonna try that with in the bathroom situation, things like
right.
that. I think that this has gotten out of hand because you know what male comes in a woman bathroom and degrades them like that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like men, we go. If I done been in a men's urinal before, because I had to use it at a club, and
me
they had a
too.
toilet and a urinal. Hold on, they had a toilet and a urinal, and that urinal was so terrible. But I just heard hold my nose. I didn't sit down and hurry up and use it because I had to. But I didn't
Hmm.
go out there talking about no men, because I know men. I know how they are. They leave the toilet stool up, things like that. But men are men, women are women, and I don't think that that should be mixed up together. To me,
Right.
for sure. You might have a
Yeah.
kid in there or something like that. I just don't think so.
Are we talking about toilets? No.
No, we just talking about this the out of hand with the T Madison. I don't know if I'm on the right track. T Madison situation, and
Uh-huh. T.S.
and then I
Madison, yeah.
did him talk about the trans community. And I think that the last thing I did here, where J Dub was getting a little testy about, is not all Hispanics, but Hispanics make the best looking transgenders. I'm just saying.
Ooh.
I'm just
Ooh.
saying. You can't tell if it's a woman or a man.
Ooh,
Well,
That's a
God.
that
good
is
point.
Okay,
You
true,
made a
so
good
but
point.
can I give
okay,
my
so
2 cents,
I'm,
Okay, I'm
please?
shutting up.
yeah, go ahead.
Go
Yeah,
Okay,
ahead, sis, and then
so
then we'll hear from Urban as well.
okay, so I'm okay with trans. Long as
See,
they
this the
stay in they
problem right
long
there.
as they
Let
stay in their lane. I'm not here to judge because I have my own flaws and things that I am working on. So
I'm
I try to
definitely
not be in a judgmental space. However, my only issue is when they try to undervalue us as women.
yeah.
As long as you don't undervalue me as a woman, we cool. But
yeah.
once you
I
start
mean,
being
yeah.
disrespectful,
But
but you,
I don't.
I'm just
Wait a
like,
minute.
I just don't understand. Like, I think Seven said that earlier. Some of them hate us, but they have a million surgeries to look like us. So sometimes
Yeah.
I do believe that there is a jealousy
The
thing.
well,
For sure, for sure.
the transgender wants to be a woman. That is their soul. That is in
Right.
their soul.
Right.
And
But my
so
thing
they,
is, don't act like, don't undervalue us though when you want to
Yeah.
be us. That's
Does
my
it give
only
them the
thing.
right to,
Yeah.
like
no, they
call
don't
us
have no
certain
rights.
names? You know what I mean? Like I don't want to you don't want to be called a man, so don't call me a cis woman.
Hmm.
Right.
That's all I'm
What they
saying.
call it?
Don't
What
call
is
me
it now?
cis woman. Don't call me
Cis
a cis
woman.
woman. Cis
What is
woman.
that?
Yes.
What is that, T?
Cisgender.
Cisgender.
Okay, so this is a term that came out a couple of decades ago. It just got notoriety. I want to say about 10 years ago, maybe. So cisgender is denoting or relating to a person whose gender identity corresponds with the sex registered for them at birth,
Hmm.
not transgender.
What?
So
Oh,
basically,
okay.
a
So
biological woman who
right.
just
So cis
identifies
is
as that.
so if you're a woman, biological woman, you
Shit, you're just a
cis.
woman. If you're a biological
Right.
woman, you're a woman. If you're a
It,
transgender, you're trans. Okay.
You know
exactly.
they use those
Right, Eric.
pronouns like that. I don't.
Hmm.
I personally would not even because see they have been that issue has been polarized. It's politicized so
Right,
much. So
right, right.
they, you know what I'm saying. So it's that shit is gonna be going around for a while. But the you know, all this bullshit in politics has politicized that
So
majority
many
of
things.
those
You,
marginalize those people. So
you're
they're
right.
kind of
You're right,
like
J Dub. You're
angry.
right. You're right.
They're angry and they kind of fight now. They're angry. You know what I'm saying? So like I wouldn't put too much into it. You know, like because they're gonna live their life. They live a hard life because of
Listen, J
who
Dub,
they
listen
want
to
to
You
this
know
though.
be.
what,
J Dub,
JW?
listen.
I'm gonna have to give you a little pushback because I understand what you're saying respectfully, but at the end of the day, like, how much can
We
we
take.
take as
Right.
women? Like, it's
Hmm.
becoming disrespectful at
Yes.
this point.
Yes. Listen,
It's
T.
Okay,
becoming
so
disrespectful
I
to
didn't
me.
see this. I didn't
Listen,
see
hold
this
on, J
thing.
Dub. Can I say this? Can I
I'm
say this
gonna
real
send you
Okay.
a
quick?
link. I'm gonna
I
send you
work
some
at
links, J Dub.
I work at a
Okay.
place where they make you do your emails, he, she, him, her, or they, or something
I
like
do
that.
too. I
And
do
look,
too.
T, look, T. This one person said they or something, but it was a male, but shit, she was looked like a female. So it was a female, but it looked like a male. So, but she was going for the female look. So I said, I was just, hey, how you doing, sir? And then, it's like I was the outcast in the job because I made a mistake on the she was a he. Shit.
Oh
Well,
my
that
god,
that
it's
shit.
What's your name?
But
Iris?
see,
How you
they
say your
can't
yeah.
name?
Aries B, right?
Arias. Arias.
What is it?
they
Aries.
can't get
Iris?
mad at that shit.
Shit, right. They was mad. I was the outcast on the job that day because it was mostly, it's mostly transgender. They really do the heavy transgender. And, it's social
Yeah,
services.
well,
Most of
I
them are
would have
See,
all.
told them.
Yeah.
I
Shit.
would
I ain't
have
gonna
told
tell if
them
it was
to
a man or woman. Shit.
right. I would have told them do better than shit.
That's
Fuck.
what
Hmm.
I'm saying. Make it clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want
Like
to
you
hear
Make
just
from
it
an
the
ugly
lounge.
ass woman. You must
I
have
want
been
to
an
hear from the
ugly ass
lounge person.
man.
What's his name? I want to hear from Urban Lounge podcast.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, you did a show about this earlier?
Yeah, yeah.
You're a straight male, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I would love to hear your perspective on this.
Hey, first of all, what's up, Tizzle? What's up, Triple? What's up with it, bro?
What's going on,
What's up with it, Mo? Who else up
Hey.
here?
JW,
Mo?
Hey,
Joy.
Miss Joy, what's up?
Hey,
And
Joy.
who's this other person? What's up with it? What's up
Eris
with it?
Big.
What's
Aries
up with
B.
it, everybody? What's up with it? Yeah. So, well, while y'all been talking, right? I've been kind of really thinking about this a whole lot, right? And I
Mhm.
came up with the conclusion that the one transgender women is actually right about this for us. Um,
What?
I'm I'm actually thinking that they're right about this. And I'm gonna give y'all the reason why. All right, I'm gonna give y'all the reason why. Let's do a compare and contrast. Okay,
Mhm.
that the average woman, right, that we know of, what do y'all do? Y'all do certain type of modifications to yourself. Y'all modify your hair, you modify your body, all because you're not satisfied with how the way you look physically. So you do all these type of modifications, not medically, but you do it because you
Um,
want to do it.
I can only speak
The
for me. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
now,
I've had no body. I've had no surgeries. I do wear makeup and I like weave, but I feel like I'm beautiful without it.
yeah. So hear me out now. Hear me out now. Hear me out. All right. So
Mhm.
women when women in general do some type of modification, whether you're doing body modification or if you're wearing makeup, weave, whatever case may be, you're doing that.
Mhm.
And if you compare and contrast that to a transgender woman, they
Hmm.
doing the same exact thing,
Yeah.
right? Same
They,
exact thing.
they want to
So
be
so
women.
So what is
here's
No, they're
here's
not. No,
transgender?
sir,
here's
they're
the
not.
point.
Hold up.
Here's the point
Well, let
that I
me
want
just
to
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let them
yeah,
finish.
here's the point that I want to make about this argument, right? They are arguing saying that women are no longer the gatekeepers of having a period. The reason why now I'm thinking about it and I'm agreeing to this is because what do women do with their periods? Most women, most either younger to middle aged women, they either have some type of implant that prevent them from having periods. They're taking some type of pills that prevent them from having birth. So technically speaking, they're right about this argument.
Well, that's what. What I was trying to make the point that they want to be women so badly. They want to be us, but they don't. That's why I say I wouldn't put too much into it. I wouldn't put too much into that. They're angry. Like you said, women do modify themselves. They go get ass and titties and all that. And
Mhm.
the men, but by them being trans, they have to work just that much harder to be,
Mhm.
all the physical aspects of a woman. So they just fucking angry. And then they've been politicized. They've been attacked. Just a whole lot of things they've been having to go through just to be able to live in society as who they want to be.
So
So
can I ask? So can I ask the gentleman a question? So you said I'm kind of lost about what you said. You said that the transgenders are right because women change their hair color and wear makeup.
Yeah, for us the argument what they're talking about with women having periods because
Okay.
that's what they're talking about.
Okay.
To be honest, the argument is valid because not all women, but many women have went through certain type of surgeries to prevent them from having a period, where they got an implant in them or they take either some type of medication to prevent them
those are
from having
contraceptives.
periods.
That's not true. That's
But
not
Some
they
true
con
though
just
either.
wanna
That's
Now,
not totally
some
true.
some
Women don't.
now,
contraceptives,
We cannot stop our period. We cannot
right?
stop our
But some
menstruation. Hold on,
Right.
Joy.
right,
Mhm.
Let me just say that we cannot stop nature, Mother Nature. So
right.
Right.
we can. Women might have a hysterectomy, but majority of the time, 99.9% of women have to go through life having a menstrual,
Right.
going through menopause and things of that nature. That's just nature. So
That's
I
So
don't think
that
that
sir,
that's so. I don't think that
LSD,
nobody can judge that. That's of a
right?
male species. Period.
so sir, I
LSD.
don't want
That's
to.
why I was saying they can have at it. I came on
So,
my period
mhm.
when I was 9, and just 2 years ago I went off. I'm
Wow.
almost 60 years old.
That's
Shit, they can have a
long.
period. They can have it here.
Okay. They don't want that part though, Joy. They don't want that part. They don't
Sir,
want that
sir,
part. They said that we ain't gonna do that part.
respectfully, sir,
Yeah,
I
they
think
they think they want. They think they want it, but they don't. You're right.
I'm telling you.
Oh,
so
I'm so
respectfully,
glad y'all
sir.
still here. I had a fucking internet outage. I don't know what the fuck happened. Fuck
Well,
Spectrum.
you gotta
Girl,
pay your
yeah,
bill. You gotta
we
pay your bill,
heard.
Well,
T.
first of all, it is
You got
paid. Okay. Thank you.
Period.
you're getting
Thank you.
interruptions.
It's just this raggedy ass fucking internet. Anyway, y'all
Uh-huh.
continue on. Let me catch up. Hey, Nola
Yeah, I
girl.
just, I
Hey,
just,
Nola.
I just don't think that it's even works. The other commotion about, because soon as they're gonna beat them. They're gonna say things just like women do, just like men do, and women, men, trans, everybody could be disrespectful and say things. They have their own opinions about shit. Let it ride. If it don't apply. I don't give a shit. I don't care what they want to be. They can be animals. They can be whatever they want to be. I don't
So,
care, as long
sir,
as they don't fuck with me.
so,
But Joy,
sir,
how is that gonna help us in future comments?
What
Even
what
for
Mm.
what
even
what?
for people like T, her sister, Mo Love, younger people that wanna have babies and things like that. It's like
Wait a
and I
minute,
ain't
but
trying
what?
to get
Wait.
your channel shut down, T. It's like we going in reverse, like Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, period.
But okay, but
Mm.
this okay. This is what I'm trying to figure out. What are women threatened by the trans? Is that
Absolutely
Oh no
not.
no 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 no! It's not that.
Okay, so
Um.
I don't get it. Let me understand a little further, because
Okay.
I'm trying to see what's the point? What's really happening? Why this thing is happening? Why women are so angry at the trans? What did they do that's going to really affect women? I want to know the effects of whatever it is that they're doing.
It honestly at the end of the day for me, um, I'm not jealous. I've never. First of all,
I didn't say
I'm.
jealous now.
I mean, like I guess. But what's the word that you used? You used what word was that? Damn it, I forgot what word you used. Threatened? Yeah.
Threatened.
I'm not. I don't feel threatened by anyone. I don't feel definitely
No,
not
I'm
by a
saying
trans.
okay, but
A
that's
trans
what I'm trying
woman.
to figure out. Like,
That's
what
what I'm
is the
saying.
big
Like I'm not.
hoopla?
The
so
problem
T,
for
T,
me
can I
is
ask you a question, T?
the, yeah.
T,
Go
let me
ahead.
ask you a
Go
question.
ahead.
So you said you don't feel threatened by them, and
I don't.
Urban, respectfully, I think you're part of the problem.
I didn't hear
The
Urban's response. I was offline.
I think
What did
urban's a part
Urban?
of the problem, which is why a lot of these things and creatures act and say the things that they do, because no real men are sticking up saying, no real men even stick up for women at this point anymore.
True. Facts. Facts.
So the
Facts.
problem is when you get on a panel and
I
you
didn't hear
talk
what
like this,
Urban
man.
said, so I can't really.
So urban respect, I don't mean it disrespectfully. I mean it respectfully. But you make real straight men look bad. You're saying that because a woman does her hair and a
Hmm.
woman wears makeup
Hmm.
and a woman has things that they do to try to lighten their period, you're saying that that makes a man? That makes a man. That's not a
That
woman,
argument
sir.
valid.
I
That
don't
makes
think
Argument.
he said that
Huh?
makes a man.
He
Makes
said
No,
him
he
a
that
said
that
makes
it's
that
more it's
argument
more
valid
you didn't
reasonable
let
to
me
because
see.
finish.
He said it's
You
more
didn't let me
reasonable to
he
see.
said
Yeah, which
no,
is
you did
not.
no, but you didn't
but
let me finish.
Okay,
argument.
maybe I need to
Urban
hear
said
it
it's
directly
okay
from
for these
him.
trans. Urban said it's okay for these transgenders
No.
to want to have
Okay,
a
well,
period
Hmm.
because
No,
women make modifications to their
And we
he
bodies.
said
cannot.
because
And we
What
we
he
wear
cannot.
was
We
trying to
cannot make
makeup.
say
modifications.
okay,
was
That's
that
nowhere
the
near.
trans,
That's nowhere
what I
near the same.
what
that's
I've been
extreme.
just he was really saying the same thing. They want to be women, and they it's like impossible. So they do modifications. They do all those things.
And you know
Women just
who's also to
don't do
blame
all those
is
things. They just want to be
you
women.
know who's also to blame is respectfully women like you, Joy, that say, "Hey,
Well,
let
I
people
tell you
be."
what, I am not to
No, no,
blame
no, no,
for a
no. Just let me
motherfucking
finish.
thing.
Just let me
Oh
be,
So
let me
God.
finish.
don't even go there with me, Holmes.
Okay,
Let me
we
Joy,
finish.
let's have a
understand.
decent conversation so we can hear every because it's
Well,
just
I'm not
somebody's
gonna tell
opinion.
him
Opinion
women
is
like
like an
me
Joy,
how
asshole.
to
Everybody got
blame.
one.
Yes, let's just keep it cute and
Yeah, keep it
respectful,
Yeah,
cute.
well,
Madison,
let me
please.
tell him to keep it fucking cute,
well,
and
let
then
me
I
I'm
finish.
will.
trying, like I am. I want everybody to get
Joy,
their
you
point
don't even know what
across
I was gonna say.
respectfully.
You don't even know what I was gonna say
Don't
to you,
blame
Joy.
me for shit.
Joy, you don't even know what I was gonna say to you, though. I could
I
have
ain't got time
complimented
for.
you.
I ain't got time for it.
See, but when you're
Don't
drunk,
be. Use your
you don't
words.
think.
Use your
You don't
words
think. You
respectfully
talk
and
first. You don't think
carefully
first.
Okay,
when you
okay, you guys.
addressing me.
That's why
Okay,
a drunk.
okay,
That's why a drunk is really not. You can't argue with a drunk.
okay, okay,
So,
Yeah,
but
okay.
anyways,
well, I guess you can, cause I'm
don't
not
come on a
drunk.
panel drunk
So
like
you
this,
can,
man.
if you could try to argue with me if you want, but I'm
Just
not
don't
drunk
be,
today.
ma'am. Just don't be an old drunk crazy lady,
Okay,
please.
I don't want to have to mute
Go ahead on
everybody.
troll, cause I can troll back.
So what I'm trying to say is this. What I was
Everybody
trying to say
take turns. Go ahead.
What I was trying to say was women like Joy are also a problem saying, hey, be whatever you want to be, baby. Go ahead and be a trans, baby. It's fine. You're free to be whoever you want to be, baby. So then these trans monster creatures start acting like that, start feeling like that, and saying crazy things. Because you got
Ain't
men like
nobody make
Urban,
nobody be nothing.
you got men like
What
Urban
the
that say you're
you
right.
got that shit all fucked up.
And then you got Joy
You
saying, go
can't
ahead,
make
baby, be whatever
nobody
you
be
want to be,
nobody.
baby.
Everybody be whoever they wanna
You
be.
guys are the problem. So
That ain't no
don't be
problem.
surprised. Don't be surprised when these things,
It ain't nobody's problem.
hey bro, don't be
It ain't
surprised when these
nobody's
things
problem.
act like this. Don't be
It
surprised
ain't
when these
nobody's
creatures,
damn problem.
don't be
How the hell
Oh
you
surprised when
my
gonna
these,
tell a
God.
person how to be who they
Y'all,
wanna be?
matter of
please
fact,
stop
Joy,
You gonna
you should
so if
arguing.
just,
a person that wants to
Joy,
be
you gotta get
trans,
off the panel,
what are you
Joy.
gonna do? What are you
Okay,
gonna do?
okay.
You gotta get off
No,
the
you can't
panel,
be
Okay,
Joy.
that. You
listen.
gotta be
Okay,
this.
okay,
You're
let me
not
do
even an
this. Let
adult.
me
They
do
gotta
this.
be straight.
You're
Let
like a
me
drunk
hear,
child.
listen, since I was gone, when Urban spoke, I would like to hear directly from
Deal with the
him.
slob.
So that I can, make my opinion
Shut
off
up.
of what he said. Okay. So
Well, y'all,
everybody
other
please
people need
mute.
to mute themselves so you can hear T.
Everybody mute so I can hear Urban because I wasn't here when he spoke. Shout out to you, Urban. Let's go.
Okay, cool. Um, so pretty much the point that I was making was that I believe that the trans women community, based on this particular argument, had a very valid argument for the simple fact that I was making the point that there are women out there right now who are doing certain modifications to themselves, to their body. And the last point that I made was that there are women, not all women, but there are certain women out there who are even put it in. I believe it's called a UV implant or whatever, where they put it into their uterus and they no longer have periods. I was making that comparison and saying that that will make the trans woman argument a valid argument because, technically speaking, they're no longer become the gatekeepers because they're not even protecting the most precious thing that they have, which is their uterus, which
Oh,
is their eggs. That's the point I was making.
that kind of triggered me. Okay. Urban, let me tell you
But
why. Let me
okay.
okay. And I understand what you're saying, Urban. I get where you're coming from. But at the same time, a lot of women have to have these surgeries or procedures because of the heavy bleeding, the blood clots. If you haven't never experienced that, I don't think people should be able to speak on that, especially men in particular. Um, because if you've never bled for weeks at a time, respectfully, and had that pain and that having to deal with disgusting sanitary napkins or pads, whatever you want to call them, or tampons, you would really never understand why people might go to the extent to have a hysterectomy or
Or cramps.
have certain or cramps. Oh, let's not forget those. Um, so like I get what you're saying, but it doesn't compare to a female, a woman having to have certain organs removed in order to live a comfortable life, because sometimes those things have to happen. in order for a woman to live comfortably, if that makes sense. Because I'm just saying, I'm not trying to put my business out there, but I have experienced some traumatic periods in my lifetime. And
Man, listen.
it's not fun. It's
Man,
not
listen.
okay. It's not cool, especially when you're married. Like
It
you
ain't like
can't
we
have
want to
sex
do it.
with
We have to
you
do it.
can't have sex with fucking blood clots coming out.
I'm telling you,
Okay.
You can't do that. You know what I mean? Like that's not cute or
urban,
it's not
urban.
sexy.
I think
Like it's
urban
just
is talking.
it's an uncomfortable and this is I love urban so much, but I think I needed to paint the picture a little bit clearer for you. You know what I'm saying? I
I
still
think
fuck
he's
with you
trying
though,
to
Urban.
preserve the eggs. Urban. You're trying to preserve the eggs. Women have to go. Some women have to go through. Some women, oh my God, almost like
It's
hemorrhage.
terrible.
And I have one of my daughters is like that. Every time a period comes on, it's like she's hemorrhaging, bleeding to death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Some periods
it
are
gets
very, very
bad.
heavy.
It
Yeah,
gets
And,
so bad.
yeah.
Okay,
I
so let me hear from
And
Urban, y'all,
listen, you
because
guys, we don't do it for cosmetic reasons. We don't do it because we don't want to
no,
bleed. We do it because
no,
nature has called upon us so heavy that we have to do it. Okay.
yeah,
it's
yes.
and
actually
Right.
a
So let
woman's
me
curse.
hear from Urban.
yeah,
What do you have to say about what I said? Once I kind of went a little bit deeper, maybe it was a little gruesome, but maybe sometimes you have to get a little gross for people to really get the picture.
Right.
You know what I
I know
mean?
I do.
Urban is married. He know it.
Well, I
yeah,
don't know,
I'm,
but I just
I'm
want to hear
sure
from
his
him.
wife, he got a wife. She have a period.
Well,
yeah,
all women don't go through the same thing. You know what I
I
yeah,
mean?
know.
But
I'm
yeah.
just saying.
Everything,
He know about it. That one gross. He know about a period. He a
yeah,
grown man.
everything that y'all saying for like medical purposes. I understand that. I understand that it's sort of type of women that go through that type of traumatic experience. But that's not what I'm not talking about them type of set of women. I'm talking about there are certain type of women who do not go through that and they choose to do that for a purpose, for whatever type of selfish purpose there is, and they just do it. That's what I'm
well,
talking about, and
some
that's
women
and
do
that's
that.
why I say that that will in a way make the argument valid for the trans women because of them certain type of women.
I
I
know
haven't
Urban,
heard
can I?
any women that do
that's
that on.
just
I haven't heard. Of, I
Not
haven't heard
probably
of
really,
a
that.
because
small part.
at the
That's
end
probably
of
a
the
small
day,
portion of women. But go ahead, sis.
we're
Let me hear what you
still
got to
women
say.
though, at the end of the day.
Period.
We're still
Period.
women no matter what
Yeah.
we do, whether we put
Period.
on makeup, whether we add a wig or it's simply,
Eyelashes.
we're still women.
Exactly.
Right.
Like we are
I love
still
women with those fake
biological
eyelashes too.
women. I don't care what a male does,
That's
he'll
what's
I don't
up,
never
know why
be
Trendsetter.
that is.
a woman at the end of the day. Like we're not changing anything genetically. So
Right.
Right,
Urban,
right.
Urban. Let me
And
ask you a question.
the trans, they can't change anything genetically either. They
Yes, they
get
could.
stuff
They changed their
removed,
boobs.
and
They changed their
they
butt. Come on, Joy. Now, come
no,
on,
no,
Joy.
Well,
They
no,
but
not.
changed all that.
but
I
no,
said
no, no, no.
genetically.
Genetically, they
I'm talking
can't.
about
They're still gonna
they
have
have
a
to get
prostate.
they have to get things
Yeah,
removed
they're not gonna
or
have no
added.
cervix. They're never gonna have a cervix
Right.
or
So
a
they
real
can't change
vagina.
that.
I
Okay,
mean,
They can't get a cervix.
they're
I
gonna
That's
mean
what
have.
these
I'm talking
things.
about.
These things
Yeah.
are creature. These things are literally creatures at the end of the
Right.
day. But
Right.
Urban, let me ask you a question so I can get a better picture of who you are as a person. Because I don't
Urban
want to
is
come
cool.
off. I
Urban
don't.
is cool. People, be nice.
Well,
Oh
I
no,
mean,
he go ahead.
I just want to have a better opinion of who you are as a person. So, because I'm not familiar with you, that's all. So, if your child, like Dwayne Wade's son, if your child decided to be transgender, do you have children?
I do.
Okay, if your child that's a male, your son decided to be transgender, how would you feel about that?
At the end of the day, I wouldn't be for that per se. That if we talking about the Dwayne Wade situation where they enforcing that to happen, they absolutely not.
No,
I
I'm
wouldn't be
saying,
for that
would you
at all.
cater to his lifestyle like that? You would accept your son turning into a woman?
If he end up becoming a adult male and he end up choosing that lifestyle, of course, as a father, going to accept him because at the end of the day, that's still my son. I'm not going to disavow him because he chooses to live a certain lifestyle.
You wouldn't try to get him counseling and say that that's a problem.
No, because
Oh
that's
my,
not a mental disorder.
exactly.
So you would and pay attention to how Joy is condoning this. So Urban, you would let your son
Hey, Mr. Mayes.
that you
I'm gonna speak
raised,
on this too because I have two sons,
you
and
would
I'm
let
gonna
your
give you
son that
my
you
opinion on
raised
that.
turn into a woman, sir.
No,
Is that
I'm
right?
not. No, I'm not letting him do nothing. That would imply that I'm forcing him to do something against his will. Wherever he chooses
Mm,
to do, however way he chooses life, that is totally his decision, and I
exactly.
would be his father. Period.
I think it's
But does
sad. I
that
think
include a
it's sad.
12-year-old child, a 11-year-old child, a 9-year-old child? Come
That's
on
why.
now, let's
No,
be
No,
not
real.
no,
not
that's
no not
that's
no
that's why
child
that's
that
why I
young.
no listen, that's why I made the distinction with Dwayne Wade in their situation.
Right.
That's different because they enforce that on their child. I wouldn't do that because I know that that's morally not right
No, but
to
I
do
think
that.
morally, you're still morally wrong because you would accept that type of lifestyle and behavior
What
out
do
of
you
your
want him to do?
son.
Throw his kid away?
I would want you to throw
Another
your kid. I
child?
would want you to throw your kid whole away, the whole
No,
kid,
no, I
everything.
wouldn't. I wouldn't go that
Yes,
far.
Yep.
But if it was me, I have two sons, right? And if one of my sons
you are
or
the
both
problem,
of them
Urban.
wanted to transition into a girl or whatever, as long as they're in my household, in our household, under the age of 18, and we're still providing for you and clothing you, feeding you, no, I won't condone that type of behavior. Now, when you move
I'm with
out,
that.
you can do whatever you want to do. That's on
Facts,
you.
facts,
And I
facts,
still
Right.
love you,
Yeah,
facts.
I'm
but
with
that
that.
doesn't mean that I approve of your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I'll
Right,
still love you because that's my baby at the end of the day. That's
right,
still gonna be my
exactly.
baby, but I'm not going to condone any of that type of behavior as long as I'm paying for you.
True.
Right.
Yeah, nah. I
Yeah,
think
Period.
you
yeah,
It's
guys,
just not
and also
happening.
that's the point that I'm making too. Now,
you
for us
guys are
me being
sick.
for us me being a man, no, I wouldn't accept that behavior at all. Period. But however, I would still love my children. I wouldn't disown them just
No, I
because of a
wouldn't either.
decision that they made. You know what I'm saying? Because if that be the case, a lot of us on this panel right now, if you have children, there been a lot of one decisions that your children made that you accepted it for what it is because you love
Hmm.
them unconditionally.
Facts.
That's
I
True.
don't.
true.
I don't
And
love. I don't
also, when
love
I
my
look
child. I
at,
don't
He
love
got
my
a
hold
point.
child
He
on,
got a point.
unconditionally.
hold on, Steven. Also, when I think about my life and how rebellious I was growing up, I couldn't imagine my parents, um, giving me the boot or whatever, or disowning me
Right.
because of some of my decisions. So I try to
Right.
make sure that I show grace towards my children, no matter what.
Facts.
That's my seed.
But
I
Mo, we
came from
talking
you.
about changing to a whole different
Right.
gender at a young age.
Noticing
Now
I
we ain't
wouldn't
dealt with that
I
one
Not
wouldn't
yet.
in.
approve.
I'm
I
not
know.
condoning at
But what
a
I'm
young
saying is
age.
I stand with my sister. Would I agree with it? Absolutely not. Would it hurt my soul? Absolutely. But I
Right.
would still love my child. That's
For
my
sure.
baby.
For sure.
At the
For
end of the
sure.
day,
You
yeah.
know?
I think
Yeah.
parents are the
I don't
problem.
think
At the
kids
end of the
should
day,
be allowed to
So are you
make that
Seven, what are you
decision
saying?
young.
I think parents are the problem at the end of the day, and I think most people. I'm not going to disrespect anybody up here, but you guys are really delusional because this person,
Triple
whoever this.
seven is rough, baby. Rough.
No, I'm
Very.
not rough.
Oh,
I'm
he
not
was
rough.
playing on
Goodness
game.
gracious.
I'm just.
Lizzo.
No
No,
slides on that side, okay?
but let me just say this. Like, first of all, when you say love your child unconditionally, with me being a father, I come with conditions. One condition is
Mhm.
you're not going to disrespect me as a man and as a home and as the child that I raised you to be. You are a man. You love a woman, period. There's no conversations about it. If you ever dress funny around me, you got to get the fuck out of my house.
And triple
Okay, I
seven.
Well,
understand
we're
what
I
not
you're
don't care.
Let me
talking
say
about
this.
saying,
Let
in
me
but
the
say this.
house.
Hold on.
here's
Let
I
me
don't
say
Talking
this
care
about
real
if
but
quick.
you're
here's
I'm
but you
talking
18.
have to
about
look
as a
at
Y'all,
person
let
that
me
that
grown.
respond real
child is
quick.
not doing that
Let me
personally
respond.
towards you.
Wait. Let me
Let's see
respond
that.
though. Let me say this. A lot of people may not agree with what 777 said, but we have to respect his. That's the way he gonna
I
raise
res-
his son.
I
You gotta
respect that.
respect that. I'm not mad at that. And like
And
low
he's not the
key,
first one, right? He's
that's
not the
low
first
key.
person.
That's
Shit.
low
Sis,
key
drop
how
your
my
link.
husband is too. My
Drop your
husband has
link.
the same mentality. That's why my husband not on social media because he has the same fucking mentality, low key.
Yeah,
I'm
He's
not
not
talking about
he
as a
not going for
child.
that.
I
I
Period. You
wouldn't.
know
respect
what I
I
mean?
if I had a
He just
child
not.
that wanted to be transgender, or all of that, I would tell them, look, you're gonna be a man as long until you get grown. Then you can make your mind up and do whatever you want.
That's
So
fair.
I,
there's too
whatever
many.
you gonna do, cause you
Hit the
gotta
link,
take
Nova.
you wherever you go.
Nah, there's
So
too many weak mothers and there's too many weak fathers out here
oh
that
my
create
God,
that
But
create.
listen,
listen
Seven.
So
to
so
the
triple
Jesus.
But
seven.
this
So
is the
triple seven.
thing. You
What
can't
would be your
really
Listen
total
to the
solution
Okay,
then?
Jesus.
one at a time. One at a time.
you
One at a
Why?
can't
I
time.
mean,
really
why can't I come from the other side
You can
of the
do that.
It's
That's
street?
good
okay.
Yeah,
conversation.
you
That's
can
why I
do
like
that,
this
but
because
don't be
there
called
are
to
different
other
aspects to the
people,
conversation.
blaming other
but this
people.
and then you really don't have you can set the foundation for your children, but you really don't have the say so and what they
So
choose at the
so
end of
look.
the day. Like they're gonna do either they
They
gonna be
don't, but
real
he can
about it
also,
or
like you
they
said,
can.
disown them if he wants
Yes,
to.
and that's why a lot of people end up being like down low and doing
So
stuff and
let me
sexual.
say, can we
Right,
talk?
That's
Can
right,
we
right,
talk?
that's
right,
on
Mo.
him.
Right, Mo. Right,
So
Mo.
the
That's on
chat.
him too. You know.
So first of all, so the chat is just as important as the people up here. So I need to personally acknowledge the chat also. So Miss Tremias, I think it is. Our babies are
Yes.
seeing too many feminine males and females too.
Mhm.
The children
Mhm.
are confused. You know why? Because they see a father losing his masculinity in the home and letting a woman
Facts.
take over the home. So they don't know. So
Mhm.
a little son or a young man does not know what a real father, a real man looks like. So
Hold on,
he
So
I have a
caters.
question.
could
He
I
takes
say
Miss
after.
Tremiz,
one thing?
who
Please
One
stop
at a
who
interrupting
time.
me real
One
quick.
at a
Let me
time.
say
Let me
one
Let
thing
him
finish.
to
Let
finish
me
that.
first.
finish.
okay, go ahead,
Let him
Seven.
Let me
finish,
finish, please.
and then you guys can
So,
go Mo,
Please.
and then Joy,
so
and then
when a woman, a lot of people will say, when a woman raises a son, that son will never understand what it's like to really become a man, and it's true. So if you are a father in the home, you have to be a father. You can't be a weak father like Urban, respectfully. You can't
That's
say
right.
You
you
are
come
can't
on
wild.
say
now. Come on.
you hang on a second. I'm gonna come for whoever wants to disrespect me too, because he's disrespecting me
You
as
know
a
what?
father.
You know what, troll?
Oh,
You
come
need to
on.
stop it.
He's
Cause
disrespecting
you
me
know
as a
what?
Okay, go
father.
ahead,
You
Seven,
why
because
you
I
gotta
have a
sit with
question.
y'all?
Respectfully.
Okay, but
You can't
go ahead and finish
Respectfully.
your point
you can't
without
tell me.
calling
Okay,
names. Go ahead.
okay. What I'm saying is this: Dwayne Wade's son needed to get beat before any of that happened to him.
Lord, I'm
He
muting.
needed to get
I'm
a
finna go.
beating.
This dude is delusional
And
and
Joy, go. And
ridiculous.
please go, Joy. Please do the
Go
world a
fuck
favor and go.
yourself. You's an
I
idiot.
definitely have a
Let
question.
everybody have their opinion. We're gonna hear from everybody, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Respectfully. So when you raise a child, when you raise a son, especially, that son is gonna fall in love with a woman. Hopefully, at the end of the day, if you raise a son, sir, respectfully, if you raise a son and he becomes a trans or he's gay,
You got
that's
to
your
be.
fault. That's your fault as a father. Go ahead.
Okay,
Mm.
can I say
Okay, so
something?
go ahead, Mo, and then
Okay, so
Arisb wait, Urban, and then Nola Girl. I don't know if Arisb want to speak yet. I'm not sure,
okay, so
but
my question
I'll
is
speak
for
after Mo.
Miss
okay.
Tremiz. Hey, Miss Tremiz, you said right how you claim to be have the Christian faith and accept this as well. Who was that question for? But I will address it. Um,
That's
I
exactly right.
do I do agree with things biblically. However, I'm not negating the fact that people will go astray, like we all do. I'm not saying that I condone it. I will absolutely teach my child what I believe is right. But at the end of the day, I know that they're going to make their own decisions, as we all have, outside of what our parents may have taught us. All
That's
I'm
true.
saying is, I'm going to love them unconditionally. So I
Yeah,
just
me
wanted to
too.
clarify that I'm not in agreement with the lifestyle, but I will still love my children.
And that's the problem, though.
No, it's not.
when
Okay, okay,
you need to
okay. Let's.
direct your child. You need to
Well,
direct your
yes,
child.
I
You
said that
can
I
direct
would.
them, but
I
sometimes they
would
still go
direct
astray.
it. And you said
But
the Dwayne Wade child should have been beat. I got beat
Right.
growing up.
I
Let's
got a
be
problem with
real.
that. You can't beat them into
I
it. Yeah.
got
you
beat.
can, if they
They
are
they
who they
tried to do
are,
stuff
at the end of
into
the.
You
me.
can't beat them out
It
of
does not work. I still did
I'd
everything
beat
my
my
mom
son
and
out
my
of it if
daddy
he ever went like
did
that.
not want me to do. I still
But
did
that
it.
doesn't always work.
It does not work.
But anyway,
All it
it.
does
Aaron,
And
is
it'll
make the
draw them to it
child,
more so.
when you beat a kid, it makes them be sneaky and do stuff behind your back.
true, true, true.
Makes them
Okay,
want to
so
makes them want to get back. Okay, yeah. What my mama always told me not to do, I want to do it just because she said not to. Okay, but in any case, I just feel like this is a bigger scale because uh, how you say it, reprocreation, like to
pro,
make.
procreate.
Yeah,
What is it?
we running out of that, you guys. We running
Hmm.
out of that. We running out.
That's true.
We running out of that. So therefore it's an issue, but then you still can't be then no child when that's what they learning. When I was growing up, I knew one gay person. His name was Felix. May he rest in peace. And he was a neighborhood sissy. Okay. Everybody knew Felix. Okay. It was only one. It was
Right.
only
Okay.
one.
That's
Now
true.
it's millions. Okay.
That's true.
They got their own
Right.
movement
Even
like black
growing up
people.
in
You
the
know what I'm
90s,
saying?
it was like one or two growing up
The
in the
Right.
90s.
society, I think
Right.
the
Right.
society, my opinion is real quick. I think society got weak. Where I come from, a man is
Wow.
a man.
Society, like Joy said, it's just political. It's like it's being embedded into us
Yeah, but see, but
through the
political,
internet, and we
Being
see
forced
everything
on
on
us.
time. You know,
but
That's true.
the politicians don't control the community. So it's the community that got weak. It's not the politicians' fault. It's how you
Yeah.
raise your child in your home.
Mm,
There's no
but still,
that's
politician.
even though you raise your child in your home, 777, they
Yeah.
still gonna be who they are. Like you, and
Hmm.
look,
No,
777,
see, no,
you
no,
still gonna
Aries,
love
Aries,
your son or your
respectfully.
daughter when the bottom line come out.
Yes,
You
he
know,
Aries,
would.
Aries, respectfully, your child is going to be who you raise them to be. My child is going to be who I tell them to be.
No, it
That's
doesn't
how I
work that
raise
way.
my son. You're going to
mm-mm.
be who I tell you, who I think is the best person you
Wow.
need to be.
that's
You know,
Okay,
control,
well,
and it ain't
we'll
gonna
see.
work. Okay,
We'll
you're gonna be
see.
out of control. That's
He's
your
But
a
ass gonna
baby
be.
now,
when
but
you
he's
do
gonna
that,
grow up and he's
you
gonna
don't
start
know
having an
what these
opinion.
kids are gonna be at the end of the
Right.
day. All you can do is try to do the best that you can as a parent, and then hopefully God, they have God in them, and they, choose to do the right thing. And if they don't, they'll come back to God. That's
see,
the words of
that's a
Proverbs. What
weak
is that?
parenting, that's a
Proverbs?
weak parenting
No,
mind.
that's the Bible. No, that is in the Bible.
I
Proverbs.
don't
What
care
is it?
where
Train
it's
up
at.
a child in the way he should go when he is old.
Amen.
Triple seven
Amen.
is
I agree with you
36.
guys.
You're
I
gonna
agree with
go
you,
through
ladies. Yeah.
things, but you're gonna come
Okay,
back
so
to the
Every
Lord.
wait a second though. Doesn't
everybody
it
If
gonna
say?
you
stray
train
away
and teach
for
Well,
your
hold
a
up a
kids
time
second
or
though.
two.
That's
correctly,
Doesn't it
right.
say?
Train
it
Well,
them.
hold
doesn't
up.
mean they're gonna
Oh
walk a
my
straight line,
God.
but they
Doesn't it
will
say?
eventually
Doesn't it
come
say
back.
if you love your? Hold up. Doesn't it say if you love your child, don't spare the rod to hit him? Right?
No, it says if you
Yes, it
love
does.
them, spare the
Yes,
rod.
it does. Yes, it
Don't
does.
It
don't
says
spoil the
if
rod.
you
Spare the
love
Actually,
rod.
them.
Okay.
spare
It
the
do say
rod or
also in
It
spoil the
says
Proverbs.
if
child.
you
That's what
love
it
them,
says.
you
Y'all
will
here
If
spare
you
the
love
using
him,
rod.
scriptures. Oh Lord.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's
says
what
if
the
you do love
Bible
your
says.
child, do not spare him of a beating.
Exactly. So you're supposed to whip their ass,
You're supposed to
basically.
beat your
But
kid.
not beat them.
But
Yes, it does say that.
I don't
Yes, it
prescribe
does.
to that. But
Oh well, if we're talking about the book and what the good book says,
Well,
that's
let
what it
me
says.
jump up in here since everybody done had their little
Okay, so
chance to say
let
what
me
they
let
had to
my
say.
Nola girl speak. Come on, Nola girl from the
Let's
NO
get to it.
baby. Let go, baby.
Now, let
Let
me say what I got to say. I done sat here and listened to everybody,
I know
and
that's
I
right,
feel
baby.
like this. I have 5 children. I got 4 boys and a girl. We gonna focus on them 4 boys, right?
Hmm.
Come on.
My 4 boys cannot cross my door sill being no transgender,
Right.
nothing with that community. That ain't what we doing under my roof.
Come
Whether
God
on.
you
bless you.
18, 21, you're not doing it.
Right.
All 4 of my boys is straight. I raised and brought up my boys in the church. We ain't doing it.
That's right.
This day,
Period.
my boys ain't got no gay partners. We ain't doing it.
Right.
I
I,
agree with 90%. I can't see what's on the screen. 777 of what he
Yeah.
said. I
Yeah,
beating them.
777. Yeah.
Beating them. I ain't gotta beat them because you was already taught it. You was already raped. Now, let me say
Okay.
this. I I got 4 boys and a girl. My mama got 4 boys and me.
Right.
We was brought up in church the same way. We know the word. What I don't like is when people say, "Oh, that's my child. I'ma love them." We're not saying don't love them.
Right.
That's your child. You gonna love them. But in the book, it also says you have to love them, and you cannot condone and support that gay shit that they're doing. You
Right.
just as wrong as they are.
That's true.
That's what the book says. If we're gonna talk about the book, now I'm not saying beat them, but you got to teach them from small.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot be out here you hanging with the gays. You got your sons around them.
Right.
Everybody shaking their ass. Y'all doing this. See all that shit with the
Yeah.
housewives, and they got niggas. I'm sorry. They got. See,
No, girl, go in. Go in. Go
they
off,
got the
girl.
men
Go
doing the
off.
hair. The little boy sitting at the table. That's not how they go.
Right.
That's not how they go. And another thing, the main thing, the daddy's got to stick around. That Dwayne
That's
Yeah.
it.
Wade,
That's
Mm.
true.
I can't stand him, and I can't stand Gabrielle because she condones it. As a woman,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
you should have stepped in because his mom ain't there.
Right.
She's the
Well, they kicked
reason.
her out the equation.
You,
The mama wanted to stop all of that,
you
but they
see,
Okay,
kicked her
so
out.
Gabrielle is just as evil as he is. I'm
Exactly.
telling
Facts.
y'all, she's
Exactly.
so
fucking him. That's why they all agree with it.
so the comment Miss Tremia said the good book is a bit and mind controlling tactic.
Yeah. Whatever.
What?
Shit.
I tell you
Whatever.
what, Bruce Jenner and all the rest of them, T.S. Madison, whatever it is, at the end of the day, on Judgment Day, you get judged as that man God created
Period.
you to be.
Right.
That's
You
true.
ain't
Now
getting
That's
that's
true.
judged
Now
as
that's
no
I
true.
female.
believe that, Nola.
That's
I
true,
believe
Nola.
it.
You
oh,
ain't
baby,
getting
you
judged as
said
no
that.
female.
And
But
she said,
Nola,
who wrote
can
that
I say
book?
something? Can I just say something?
It's
I had an experience in my life, and this is till today. I have a nephew that he was born like that. I'm telling
mm-hmm,
you. Look, the boy wanted dials. And
Baby,
then he had a mama and a daddy. My brother is my brother's child. He had and his mama, and she's a church woman. So she's an evangelist. The boys,
mm-hmm,
and then they kept him under wraps. He was still feminine. I always want to play with the girl. He was just feminine when he was
Mm.
born.
it
So
starts
once he
at
got older,
home.
hold on, Miss Nola. Once he got older, and then he went to college, he broke out. You hear me? He broke out. You know
What's
what I'm
that
saying?
mean?
And they didn't reject him. His father kind of like, backed away from my brother, but they didn't his mama just like she still love him, but he was like that when he was a baby.
I
Yeah,
have a
a
He
lot
didn't
question
of
come
like
out like
that.
that.
a,
He
Yeah.
I
wasn't
have a
born
Children
like
aren't
that.
He
born
They,
came
like
they
out
was
with
that.
a
hiding
good
when he
ring. He
was
came
young.
out with he
I've
acting
had
a
a
I'm
lot
girl.
of
telling you,
I've had a lot of gay friends, and
cousin,
who's
girl.
cousins, friends, and everything else, and they have always said that they always thought that they were different, and something was
That's
a
their
little
parents' fault.
different. Well,
No.
They don't come
Right.
out born
they
like
call
that.
it a
Either you a
chemical
male or
imbalance.
you a female. You ain't came out like nothing. It's
Sometimes
your
Yeah.
environment.
I don't know,
sometimes it's a
y'all.
chemical imbalance in the brain.
Ain't no chemical
Right,
imbalance in
Also,
the
see,
brain.
right,
That shit's
see.
hormonal
made up.
Something
imbalance.
was wrong with the boy when he was born. I'm telling you. That
Nah,
boy,
that's
when
just
he
a
was
lie.
3, he wouldn't play with no trucks, none of that. And his
The
daddy
devil
used
is
to
a lie.
force
All
him.
I'm gonna say is this, y'all, and I'm gonna drop down. I'm gonna tell y'all this. You see, let me tell you. Let me start back when I was telling y'all about my siblings. My
Mm-hmm.
mama had 4 boys and me. My oldest brother is like 54. My youngest brother is 35, some shit like that. Out of all 4 of my brothers, which one you think gay?
The
The youngest one,
youngest one.
because the youngest one. And
The
I
youngest
told
one.
him
Yep.
when he came out, he wrote everybody a letter. I said, let me tell you one fucking thing. I
Mm.
got 4 boys under this roof. Don't come over here dressed like no punk. Don't
Right.
act like no punk around my
Ooh.
churn, because you're not
Ooh.
gonna fucking turn them into what you wanna be.
A hundred
It's not no
percent.
mind thing.
Ooh,
It's
child.
lust. That's what
That's
the
what
fuck
I
it is.
believe.
It's
Hmm,
lust.
Ooh,
It
you
ain't
better come
love.
on,
And I
Nola.
can't stand to see the brat and Big Booty Judy or whatever that
right,
old name is.
right,
I
right,
can't stand to see them two
right.
hoes. And then what makes me mad is because see this subject triggers me. You
Mm-hmm.
you
It
you
is
damn near
triggering,
50 and you
sis.
talk. You talking about having a baby, bitch? If you'd have had a man, you could have been had a baby.
Been had
You
one,
see what I'm
girl.
saying? Girl, go
Wow.
sit down somewhere with all that, girl. It makes me mad, girl. I can't watch that shit. But what I'm saying, don't come around my children with that shit, or we gonna have a problem. My
Right.
little brother respect my mind. He don't come around my
Well,
children.
Miss, no,
You
they
ain't.
see that shit at school too, though, and colleges and
Yeah.
everywhere.
But
You know.
they can see it at school all they want.
She
You ain't gonna
said
see
not
it under my
around my
roof.
goddamn
Right,
house.
You ain't gonna
That's
see it
it.
under my
I
roof.
feel you.
I
I
know
feel
that's
you.
right.
I
That's just
feel
Nola,
like
you.
one
you're
time
you're
one of
100.
my cousins tried to come to we was having a barbecue for the 4th of July. She thought
Mhm.
she was finna come to my house around my motherfucking husband with her ass out.
I remember you told us
Bitch,
that story a
please.
while back.
Nope.
Are you
Yep. Nope.
crazy, bitch?
Yep.
You got me fucked up, cousin or
Nope.
not, bitch. Let me find you the longest
And
dress
you
I can
found her some
find.
clothes. I
I
remember you
found
told
her
us
the
that.
longest dress,
That's
bitch. Don't
crazy.
play with me. You're not
Yeah.
finna come around my husband and my
Yeah.
in-laws with your ass out. You're not finna disrespect my home like that.
That's
Right.
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 That's
Are you
Right.
right.
crazy? The fuck
Right.
out of here.
Girl, I remember
I
that day
made that
so
bitch
clearly.
I made that bitch change as soon as she got to
Mm-hmm.
my house.
You
So
didn't
for
come
Okay.
around here flossing around, huh?
Okay.
I don't even let
Period.
people.
Because
I don't
men
even
like
let
to look
people.
at asses, all right?
Uh-huh.
Period. They don't care what
So
kind of
Nola,
ass
can I just
and no
say?
ass it
Let me
is.
talk to Nola real quick before she goes. But I just want to say thank you so much for being a real woman and a real mother, and like people like you
Shout
inspire
out to
me.
Nova.
Yeah, people like you inspire me to just keep going with what I believe in because a
Mm-hmm.
strong woman is even stronger than a man at the end of the day sometimes.
Oh, that's deep. 777.
Because it's the women that really should be, navigating this child, whether, mostly a daughter, but also a son looks up to his mother more than anybody on the face of this planet.
Facts.
Even the father, which it shouldn't be, because I always want that power over my son. Like you listen to me, but if a son will always look for the mother or the mother influence or the female, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just nature.
True.
That's just nature. I also did a show where I thought at the end of the day we should reconsider is God maybe a female or some type of female energy because we have Mother Earth and everything like that. But thank you so much, Nola, because it's refreshing to hear a strong woman like you. So I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
Shout out to Nola.
I
Shout
love
out to
Nola.
Nola.
I know the girl.
I appreciate that. She was one of my first major supporters over
Mm-hmm.
here. And I appreciate you coming on the panel and, sharing what you shared tonight and just being bold and just being who you are. And I
Mm-hmm.
definitely appreciate that. I really
Yeah,
do.
she's a strong woman. That's what the
Yes, she
world needs
is.
more of. She's stronger
And let
than
me tell y'all
respectfully.
something.
Yeah.
Those 5 kids that I speak of don't
Mhm.
give me no problems. You hear me? Don't give
Right.
me no problems. I can attest to where all 5 of my children are right now. I
Right.
don't
Mm-hmm.
play.
Mm.
I raised my children. And what you're not going to do is, I represent y'all. Y'all represent me. You're not going to represent me no any kind of way, just like
Right.
I'm not going to represent you any kind of way. And every day that God sent, my sons and my daughter wake up to 2 parents, not one.
Right.
Amen.
Yeah. God bless.
Amen.
Amen.
Y'all
Amen.
Yeah.
got to get them boys off y'all titty.
Huh.
Let them be the
Come on,
man that
Come on,
somebody.
God
come on,
designed
Nola.
them to
Get the
be.
boys off your
You
titties.
telling the truth,
What
Nola.
does that mean?
You ain't
I'm
lying.
from New York. I never
They
heard
Stop,
that.
women,
stop. That
Well,
means
let,
what
stop
let,
that
let me
means
dating them
express,
is
big
okay?
ass
women
boys.
holds on to these little boys too
They
long.
sure do.
Oh, okay.
Let
Big,
them
they
be
hold
the
on to
man
me
they
and Nola
supposed
girl.
to
Jeez.
be.
Yeah.
I done got up out my bed.
Oh, we done got you lit
Girl,
tonight,
I done
girl.
got up out
Okay.
my bed because it's just, let me tell y'all this.
It's triggering. Yeah, it
This
is.
this yesterday, just yesterday, there was this girl from New Orleans. She was arrested. You know what this girl was arrested for?
Mm.
Child
For what?
pornography, girl.
Ooh.
Because she
Uh-uh.
sucked her 6-year-old little boy. Girl,
Oh
Whoa.
my
What?
Whoa.
gosh.
she went to
Whoa.
jail for
So
sucking
sad.
her 6-year-old off. And there's a
Whoa.
video
Whoa.
You
Whoa.
going
Whoa.
She need
around.
to
lying.
be under the jail. Look,
The little boy,
behead her ass.
let me
Okay,
tell
behead her.
y'all,
I'm
I
not.
didn't even know who they was talking about when I
That's
joined the live,
disgusting. Oh, I'm
What
right?
getting
the
sick
fuck was
now.
that?
I'm
I
getting
didn't know
sick.
who they was
Yeah,
talking
that's
about.
sick.
But when they played the video, all you heard was the little boy voice. I done heard the little boy voice
What?
before
Wow.
because
What?
She put the video on Snapchat or what she didn't.
That's
She
horrible.
posted it.
She posted it. That's why
She
she's
needs
in
to be
Dumbass.
jail.
beheaded, okay? Beheaded. That's
Fuck
what I say.
posting.
The
Behead.
little boy
Don't worry
was
about
on the
posting.
video
She did
saying,
it.
if you want me to eat your, talking to his mama, if you want me to eat your, then you gotta suck my. I'm like, oh
What
my
the
God,
fuck?
Girl, that's a
Oh,
world
girl,
I don't know nothing about.
disgusting.
I don't know
we
nothing about
were
that cat.
livid. You hear me? We were livid because you teaching that little boy to disrespect women. He ain't nothing but 6, and he been doing it since he been talking.
Oh my
Girl, I will
God.
take
Jesus
that little
Christ.
boy, but you can't fault the little boy because he ain't number 6. Girl, you see
Right.
that mama? You see that
Behead her.
girl? You got to know she can get it.
Huh.
Everybody want
Period.
her top.
That's the
She get
worst
out.
thing I've ever heard
Oh
in a long
Lord.
time.
That's crazy, but
That's the
So
worst
I
story
wanted to
I've
ask
ever
Nola
heard.
Girl a
got to
question before
raise
I
these
dropped
boys.
down. I wanted to ask Nola Girl a question. So you think that because like T put on her this is why I joined because she put a survey out. Is it out of control with just transgender and just
Yes.
what's going on with T Madison and like you said, Brad, I feel the same way you feel about that, Nola Girl. But do you think it's Nola Girl? Because I ain't know nobody when I was growing up that was gay, but one
That
person.
wasn't common like it's common now. But let me tell
Right.
you how I feel
This shit
about it.
regular.
Let me tell you how I feel about it. They want to force it on us. Why are you forcing it on
Exactly.
us?
Exactly.
Then, like I said, the first thing they want to holler, oh, I'm going to love mine. Oh, love them. But you're not supposed to condone what they're
It
doing.
wasn't, I would say it was not common for people to be as bold, but I think there
Right.
were a lot of people on the DL back then.
For
There
sure.
were
For
still
Oh,
a
sure.
lot
For
yeah,
of
they
sure.
were
people.
For sure,
there.
Mo. For sure,
Yeah,
Mo. They've been since the beginning of time. But it's
right.
just out here like it's thrown in our face. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right.
Then then there's the marriage thing with them. Baby,
Hmm.
God don't condone that. You can get married all you want, because that's not the order it goes. It
I
goes
said Sodom
God,
and Gomorrah. Sodom
man,
and Gomorrah.
God, man,
Right.
woman. It don't
Right.
go God, man, man,
Mm.
Right.
God, woman, woman. And it don't
They
even
say no,
go
ain't
God,
no
man, mama.
it's Adam and Eve, not
Adam and
Sam
Steve.
and Steve.
It's
Okay.
abomination.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, ma'am. Yes,
That's
ma'am.
what it is. But
And
I
that's
feel
God's
like this
word.
about it. If you're gay, if you the man wanting to be the woman, why I got to walk up with my 4 boys, even though they grown now? Why I got to walk up with my 4 boys and see you with a purse, your nails done, and why I got to? Girl, I got so much to say. It's like this Gracie shit with Big Frida. You mean to tell me my 2-year-old can't watch Gracie without seeing this big grown man with a wig on and his nails done? Why is you on Gracie's corner, Frida? Why?
Right.
You
Right.
don't belong there. Not like that. You
Mm,
confusing these children. But guess what?
mm,
That's why it's so hot. That's why New Orleans get hit with so many hurricanes. That's why so much God is
mm.
trying to get people attention and they're not
Amen.
getting it.
Amen. Yep, on
They're
that
not
one. Yep.
getting it. But you're gonna get
Yep.
it one way or other.
That's
You're gonna
true.
get it
That's
now.
true.
You're gonna get it when you close your eyes. But
Mm.
I don't condone it.
So
I'm
can
listening.
I look at what Nene said? Nene brought up something that's a good point that I never thought about. She says, "How do you take pride, a deadly sin, and pervert it?"
Mm.
So I forgot about how well, one, pride is a sin, first of all, but they call their pride rallies, but pride is a sin. So that's a good point. That makes me
Mm.
think like this is low key like an evil demonic situation that they're in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but 777, I don't just don't. The only thing I don't agree with you on is beating them. Okay, but I
Yeah,
don't think a beating
that's
never
gonna draw
caused
them closer
beating
to
never
being
caused
that way.
anything. Yeah,
So
but
so
it's
when I
out
say
out of order.
I
It's out of
hear
order.
you, but when I say beat, I mean like, so my son is only 5 years old, so I got a long time before he even considers dressing and thinking like that. But if he does, I'm gonna knock him out when he walks through my door like that. So he's gonna know you don't come in my house like that, and he don't live in my house like that, unless you want to get beat up every day until you say, okay, I'm gonna go get a job and pay my own bills. I
It's
Well,
one
can't
thing
have.
to discipline them,
Like Mo
but it's
said, it was
another
anger.
thing to beat them. It's one
I'm
thing to
not. I
discipline, and
would
it's
knock
another
my
thing
son
to
out like
beat.
he stole from me.
So it's like a girl and a boy. When a girl likes a boy, if you constantly tell that girl don't mess with that boy, leave that boy alone, she's gonna continue to mess with him just because you telling her not to. I've
Hmm.
been there, done this, and most likely I'm older than you. You
Mm.
got to know they gonna do what they want to do, and the more you tell my daughter, was messing with this boy. This boy was a whole bum. She knew he was a bum. And the more I say, D, don't fuck with that. Don't fuck with that. The more she fuck with that. So I had to step back and I had to let her learn on her own and figure out that he was a bum. And when she figured it out, she let him go. So saying, oh, I'm gonna beat you every time you this, you
Yeah,
ever,
I
I'm gonna
can't
beat you
step
every time.
back though. I can't step back, Nola.
But
I
see,
step.
that's
I
between a
step
male
forward.
and a female. But see,
And
if
that's a
it was
man. That's just a man's perspective. That's how a real man is. Like I said, like 777 said, ain't no transgender gonna walk up on him like that. Period. Not
Never.
period. Like not like no real man. They'll get
Never
the
gonna
beat
happen.
down. But they'll
It's
come up
never
on a
happened.
woman and talk all that bullshit though.
Right.
They will.
Right.
They will.
But see,
Compare
let me tell you the
themselves and do
difference
everything
between a
else.
man and a woman. It's different when two women are together. It's still not right, but it's different. A
It's a
woman will
double
never be
standard.
entered. A woman will never be entered by another woman. I don't give a fuck how many dildos she used, bitch.
Facts.
You can't feel it. You can't feel it. But for a man to let another man in your, come on, man.
Crazy.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it's different.
It's
Sodom
a
and Gomorrah.
difference.
It's a double standard for sure.
Nola, when you said you have 4 boys, I kept hearing po' boy, like the sandwich. Just because of the accent so strong, I just kept thinking of the sandwich.
I got 4 boys, baby. We say F-O.
Po'
You're
boys.
right,
That's what I
Nene.
kept.
Nene
Oh
said
boys,
that's why we
baby.
need our real men in the home. That's
Yes,
so
we do.
important.
Yeah.
And let me tell you this. My husband is in the home, but
Mm-hmm.
guess who was the disciplinarian?
You.
You
To
Your
this
ass.
day.
You seem
Them
like a
children don't play with me.
disciplinarian.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Them
I
children don't
know
play with
that's
me.
right.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is the woman who's the
You
It
make
do
disciplinarian.
me
be.
nervous.
It
That's
do. It
fine.
be. It be.
Right.
It
My
be.
mama was for sure.
All
And just
daddy
like
needed to do
Mo
was
has
back
said this
me
too.
up.
Mo has said that like if you don't accept or tolerate, people still gonna be who they gonna be. They'll just be it
And
outside of you. But like you said, no
facts.
girl, don't bring and T, like don't bring that shit around me. Don't
Right.
bring
Like
it.
that
That's
with
all
I
I
made a rhyme. I
ask.
made a rhyme. If you be, don't bring that shit around me. Don't bring it around me. Period.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All that
facts.
fancy, flashy ass, gay ass shit. I
The
don't
Not
be
around
language,
doing
the
like
way
that.
they
Don't bring it
dress,
not
they
around
around
me,
want to
my
man.
switch when they
kids
walk.
for
So you
sure.
ain't about to bring that around my folk, not
Yeah,
mine,
Don't bring
not
that
around
around,
my
man.
kids. Now, if
N-
we having a
not on my
grown up
watch.
adult, like an adult party or
Mm-hmm.
something like that, where there's no kids around, okay, fine. But
But
like, not
don't
around my
calm yourself
kids.
on that one too. Shit. They be trying to take your goddamn man. Shit.
Yeah, and
Ooh,
I don't
child,
know
not
why
your
they got a
man.
vendetta. They want to be a woman so bad. They got a
Right.
vendetta against women.
I can get your
Yeah.
Every
man, bitch.
time
But
you
they
you
say that
talk
they
to one
don't
of them or
though.
whatever, they mad with the woman. In New
They
Orleans, y'all ever heard of bounce music?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Okay, if you listen to the bounce music, which my 4 sons can't stand, if you listen to the bounce music, the gays that's singing the music is always mad with the female. I,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
why
See,
the fuck you mad with her?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you fucking with her man. You ain't got no
Mm-hmm.
business messing with her man.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's
So
what I don't like about him. You
it's
know,
not even a
sit down
kid
with none of
yeah,
party,
that.
right? It's not even like a kid party. It's just like period. Hold yourself accountable. Conduct yourself
mhm,
appropriately. You know what I'm saying? Up to
right.
you. If that's what you're gonna do, but you're gonna conduct yourself appropriately around me and my family. Okay, period.
My
Around
little
me and my
brother,
man or whatever.
he graduated college. He graduated, got his bachelor's, his master's. Cool.
All right
After
now.
one of the graduations, he had a party. For the life of my 4 sons, they were way younger than they are now. They said, "Man," when we left, they said, "Man, this is how observant they were.
Mm.
Why wasn't no girls at the party?
Mm.
Mm.
They were way
Wow,
younger. Come on, baby, let's go.
Kids always tell the truth too.
I
they
came
do.
and supported you, but I didn't. You didn't tell me you was gonna have these kind of people at the party because I wouldn't have went to the party.
Mm.
Not with
Right.
my 4 sons.
I know that's right.
No, ma'am.
Right.
You
See,
got to
somebody
protect
said during
these
slavery
children.
that black women demasculated men. That's why that's somebody said in your chat that people do.
Women during slavery, this was disciplinary to men, slaves to masculine.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that. I don't out
You
there.
I mean,
messing with
women
her.
still do that to this day with men.
Period. Okay. Period.
That's true.
Women still
Women
like
do it,
doing
but
that
women,
to this
it's a
day.
reason behind everything. Why have women done that? Y'all,
Well,
Because
they
men
make
have
I,
left
I
the
wouldn't know.
home.
I don't let a woman try to emasculate me.
But some men
Well,
do if they're not working or taking up their slack, then women will
when
demasculate
they
you on
don't
that
do
on
what
that
they
strength.
supposed to do,
Right.
and then the woman got to pick that up.
Yeah. Then
See,
you get demasculated. Yeah.
Oh, I
I've
But
wouldn't
been
that's
know.
with my
happening
husband
way before us too.
26 years. I've been with my husband 26 years. You're not
Mm.
gonna lay here while I go to work and you play the PlayStation. That ain't what we finna do.
Congratulations, boo.
girl,
That's
you
right.
better
Yep.
say
Nope.
that.
Yep.
What they
Yep.
do
Oh
is
hell
when the
no! That's
woman gets
first of all,
tired of that,
that's a turn off to me.
when a
That's a
Yep, it
woman
turn
is.
gets
off.
tired of that, then she'll chop you down. And you, man, I know I'll do it because this mouth ain't got no filter, bitch. I'll make you feel like shit. And 1, 2, 3.
Nola,
I'm just saying.
Nola, can I ask you a
As
question?
Simon says,
Nola. Oh, get
I'm
Simon
here.
Says out of here. Oh, my fuck.
why?
Get that creature out of here. He's the creature of the Black Lagoon. Get him out of here.
I don't know who that
So
is, but I'll let him say if
he's a
he's
strange.
respectable.
Nah, he's a strange person. I banned him from my channel. But I
I'll
just
give him
don't
a
like that.
chance.
I don't like that demonic energy around me. That's all. But Nola, after 26 years, respectfully, is the sex trash?
Oh, it gets better.
You know,
What is
flip
you
the script.
Come
saying?
on,
'Cause I tell that to
Nola.
T. I tell that to T. You know, T's been
It
married
gets
47 years.
better.
It gets
What you said?
better.
She's been married 45
Oh,
Let
years.
me
this
put.
was
I'm gonna put my
good.
banner up. Simon Says came up. Let me put my banner up just in
No, I
case.
wouldn't. I wouldn't
I'm gonna
have.
put a banner up though. Hold on, give me a second.
No, I
Wait,
wouldn't do it.
I don't play.
wait.
I
It
don't
Simon
gets.
ain't
play.
say shit. Simon ain't nobody. Goddamn it.
I've
But we
been with
gonna
my
do
husband
I
since
don't
legit.
know,
I
but
was
they done hit the link.
22.
They done hit the link. Hold
It
on.
can't. It
Yes,
can't get
look.
better
I'm gonna
after
drop
20.
down. I'm gonna drop down. Y'all have a good night. I'm
Thank
listening.
you
Hey,
Good,
for coming up,
Eric.
hey,
love.
Right.
You can still stay, but
I loved her
okay.
conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
I loved her
Hi,
conversation.
Simon. Simon.
Hi.
Hi, are
How
you
you
there?
doing? You're right. I'm from London.
I
I
can
have no
barely
problem.
hear you. You're echoing.
You know
Okay.
London got that bad internet.
Oh.
Unless he
Okay.
has a
Don't
tab
mind that.
open.
Can you close the other tab, your other
Yeah.
YouTube or StreamYard tab that you have open? Because there's an echo.
How's that?
Goodbye, Simon.
Hello? Hello, Simon?
Hi.
He's not a porn bomber or nothing like that though.
There's
Simon?
still an echo.
It's him.
You can get Simon
Yeah,
the fuck up
see?
out of here.
Fix your sound, Simon, and I'll give you a few minutes. Okay.
Fix your
All
sound
right.
and don't come back.
You know what? Okay. So so Urban, you've been a little quiet. Would you like to speak on the last thing? Would you like to speak to what Nola Girl has said thus far?
Oh yeah, I can.
Okay. Go ahead.
That's from my perspective of being a father. Um, I believe that
I would say you're the second mother in that home. But go ahead.
Let him
let,
speak. Come on.
let, let me ask you a question real quick, 777.
Hmm.
Man to man.
Well, it's
What?
man to whatever you are. But go ahead.
Okay, come
Well,
on. Man to
why is it
man.
that whenever you have a conversation, you have to resort to shame and
It's not
insult?
shame, sir. It's just I'm ashamed of you being a man, raising children, acting the way you do. So yes,
Let
it
him
is.
finish, 777. Let him
Come
finish.
on. Let's
Go
be
ahead.
respectful. Like, come on, seriously. Come
Go
on.
ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Don't do that.
Yeah, the reason why I haven't been saying anything is because, like, well, whenever I come up here, I don't mind having a conversation with people, and I don't mind people arguing my perspective. I don't have no problem with that. But when it comes to using shame and insult to try to belittle people, then I just won't say that at all because I know at the end of the day that person doesn't have a valid argument. All they doing
Oh,
is trolling at this point.
or
So
God made me an honest person.
but yeah, but that's the reason why I really haven't been saying anything. But for us, the other topic that y'all been talking about,
Yeah. Well, your attitude
my
is why
my
your son is gonna wear a dress. So Blame you. Don't blame me.
Okay, but anyway, now for us everything
Please
else
let him finish.
that y'all was talking about, for us how the way I lead my household is that I don't believe in having toxic energy in my household. I don't believe in trying to manipulate and control because I know that that's bad behavior, and
Men control.
I know that ultimately, when you do that to someone, it's going to have a negative behavior back at that person, meaning that regardless if they be when they become older, they is going to mimic that same behavior. So I don't train my children that way to have that type of negative behavior for us, like
I guarantee
beating a
you
child the
don't
way
train
that you
them to
should
do
go.
anything.
I don't do them like
Let
that
him
because
finish, 777. He's
I
been
don't do
very
them. I don't
quiet.
do them that way because I know that at the end of the day,
Hey,
what
Purple
if you
Face.
do that to them, it's going to create negative behavior, and next thing you know, they're going to grow up and they're going to become toxic. They're going to become narcissistic and all these
Mhm.
other things. And as me as being a leader of my
Yeah.
household, it is my duty to to train them the right way.
See, now
So
this is gay energy at its finest right here.
Okay, don't do that. Triple
Seven.
seven, that's
I,
disrespectful because this man is
he's
not
being,
gay.
I'm being
So
respectful to him by not going off on him.
no, you're not being respectful because
I
this
just
man
said
is
this is
not
gay
gay.
energy. So your wife wishes she had a man like me, sir.
Triple
And
Don't
I'm
do
seven.
that.
We
Triple
gotta agree. We
seven, be
gotta agree to
nice.
disagree. We gotta agree to
Come
disagree.
on, you gotta
Everybody has a
chill.
point. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
Everybody
Yeah,
has a point.
everybody's being respectful. Let's not call people what they're not and all that. That's unnecessary. You know what I mean? Like, let's be adults and have a grown up conversation at the end of the day.
I mean
That's all I want on
he
here.
probably dates transgenders on the low. That's it.
Okay,
Seven. Remember I told you
I
thank
can't.
you.
Triple
Like
seven.
my sister's channel is
I
different.
can't do
This ain't
that.
those other
We're not doing it. Hey,
sections
real
you
estate.
used to being on. You
You
gotta
gotta chill.
chill.
This
This
is
is
not that other
different.
channel. You gotta chill.
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah, exactly. Then the whole time is that I'm being very respectable to him. I haven't called him out of his name and nothing like that. Everything that they were saying, even though I disagree with it, I'm not going to disrespect you or nothing like that. Or anything with what y'all said. There was some things that y'all said that I didn't agree with, but I'm not going to disrespect y'all because I know at the end of the day that's y'all perspective,
Yeah, I
So I
can
can't
agree to disagree.
change y'all. So
Yeah, I don't mind agreeing to disagree. You know what I mean? So but you have okay, here we go. Here we go with this. Okay. So Simon,
I don't know if you can hear me.
did you fix your sound? Okay, I can barely hear you, Simon.
Can you turn your
So
volume up?
it's really low.
Hear me now?
It's still kind of low, but I'll try. Go ahead.
Alright. No, I just came up because I was interested in the conversation.
Okay.
I'm sorry my mic and audio is a bit messed up. I don't know why. I'm in London, it's 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh
Um
wow. Okay. Shout out to London.
it yeah, I mean I don't try to disrespect anyone. I was literally trying to have the conversation. I understand who he is because I'm on Chaotic's platform sometimes and I have an actual relationship with Lapeef. But you can't be disrespectful all the time for no apparent reason. And when he's saying, yo, he blocked me from his channel, I've never been on this channel. Period. So it's like, no, I ain't no troll. No, I don't troll people. Go to my channel.
Okay.
My channel is Law and Order. I'm a lawyer, bro.
Okay, you're a lawyer. Okay, that's what's up. I understand you may have your issues with 777, and that's neither here nor there. And maybe you guys need to take that up about this topic in
Nah, yeah,
general that we're
yeah.
speaking
I
about
didn't
today.
even. Yeah, but I'm subscribed to your channel for a while. I had nothing to do with 777. It's just when I hopped on, he's quick and hot to go at me, and this is a
Okay.
problem because I wasn't even listening to him. I don't care about him. I was listening to what you're talking about.
Okay, so what do you have to say about the topic?
Yeah, it just threw me off. Do you get what I'm saying? So in all of that mess, it was like I was trying to just understand what you guys were talking about. Really.
Really, it's about the trans women versus the biological
Yeah, so
women. How do you feel about that?
if you actually go to my last live, that's exactly what I was talking about.
Oh, I didn't know you had a channel, Simon.
Yeah, I do. Of course, I have a yeah. So that's
Okay.
exactly what I was talking about. I was talking about the debate that's actually going on YouTube, and I brought up a couple of videos with a couple of people, and in particular, what I was speaking about was hermaphrodites, because the argument was at point of contact, is there sort of like going, okay, how can we sort of say who's trans or who's not? So there's people who become trans, and then it's like there's some people that are born in a certain type of way, so they have no choice. And no one's talking about this in terms of going, okay, where did the trans thing actually come from? This is not sort of like a thing where is a made up Disney story where everyone wants to sort of box people up and go, okay, blah blah blah, you're from this or you're from that. It's an actual thing, and this has actually gone on in history. I have no dime in the game per se. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm a straight up heterosexual Catholic bro. Like I've been brought up in a sort of a father and a mother. But yeah, they passed away when I was 16 years old. So I've had a different sort of perspective on life. But I don't discriminate against people. And every time I see people discriminating against people, I have an issue with it.
So do you feel like
on the
we
fact
have
point.
discriminated against them, or
No,
how do you
I
feel?
don't discriminate against nobody, and this is
No, I'm
the
asking, do
problem.
you feel like we have since you've been listening?
No, I don't. No, I don't. But I think
Okay.
anyone that brings the topic up it makes more sense to the topic. That's the whole point. Like, so if someone does if
See you later,
you're my
Simon.
hello,
What
what's up?
happened?
I don't know. Someone said my name. I don't know.
Go ahead, Simon.
I'm just saying, like, it's all for one and one for all. That's the way of the world, man. And if you don't understand that, then it's not like anything. You're gonna learn it at one point in time. We can't really be out here doing, But if you disagree with something, then it's good to bring it up and spell out why, because then at least, people have an understanding as to why. But you can only understand what you know. So
Right.
at point,
Can I
at that point,
interject real quick? Can I interject real quick? Because maybe we got some language interpretation differences. Because 777 dropped off when Simon dropped on.
Well,
And
no,
then
I dropped him
it
down
seemed like
because it was getting a little toxic.
okay. Because Simon is going around, it seems a little in circles. Maybe he don't understand. Maybe I don't understand his language.
yeah, I'm listening.
So basically, Simon, what are you basically saying about
Right, what are you
we just-
saying? That you got a channel, but besides that.
Well, the topic you're talking on is transgenders, right? Have I got that wrong?
No,
And
you're
for the
right on
last-
that.
For the last 10 minutes, I've just explained that the only reason I hopped on here was based on the fact that I actually brought it up on my channel. That's all I said. And that was the relevancy to your conversation, because I thought it was relevant to the thought process that I'm going through at the moment. That's what I said, right?
So you got a
Yeah,
channel.
go ahead.
It's not that I'm just got a channel. I don't understand why you're saying that, man.
Hasta
I
You
la
on
mean,
your
if you
vista.
comments.
actually
Soon as
listen to
somebody
what I said,
comment,
you
you
just
own it. You own it.
Okay, so I
Bad.
guess we're trying to figure out what point you're trying to make at this
I'm not
point.
trying to
Like,
make a point. The point is I yo, it's crazy. Look, I've look. The 777's one thing. Let's put that aside. I'm gonna
so you have issue with
compartmentalize.
777. So let me
He's
let you
something
guys
else.
speak.
I don't know. He has an issue
Let
with
me
me.
let you guys talk.
I
Hold
don't have
on.
an
Bye,
issue with
Simon. See you
777.
later.
Okay, let me let you guys talk. Everybody mute. Let these people. Apparently, there's an issue between 777 and Simon. Go ahead, you guys. What? Because I don't know what it is, but go ahead.
I think language is important. The thing is I don't have an issue with 777. He apparently has an issue with me. Let's make that clear. I don't know who 777 is. Me and him have been on Chaotic Truth's platform. He seen me over there. I subscribed to his channel and he blocked me. I ain't even been on his channel. I was interested in what he does, but he blocked me. So I don't know what he's
So you're
about. This,
mad
that, the
because
other.
you got blocked.
I'm not mad about anything. I don't understand who he is. But every time I go on someone's platform, he seems to open his mouth and go blah, 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 like what he does. I think he's butthurt from Anton Daniels and he understands that I've
I
come
don't
from the
think this
truth.
is the conversation for the panel. I just thought we was talking about
Well,
something else. I'm
exactly.
gonna drop
Nothing
down.
to do.
I'll see you
That's.
here for the tea.
I
I'm
don't
gone. I'm
know,
out.
ma'am. Respectfully, I don't know who you are, and I just
I don't know
asked the
your ass
It's
question.
either.
time to
Okay.
use the
I just
remote.
got asked the question.
Here's the thing.
I'm
Okay,
answering
let
the
me.
questions.
Here's the thing. I think
Forgive me.
Simon may have come over here because when he
Nothing to
came
do
over
with
to
triple
Triple
seven.
Seven's channel, 777, I guess, dropped him down or didn't let him speak his piece or whatever, and he has a problem
No,
with
I
that.
have
No,
nothing to do. Look, yo, I've been subscribed
This
to
ain't
you
even
for
the platform for that.
over.
We talking
he's
I
about
on
ain't.
YouTube.
I'm not talking to you, ma'am. Respectfully, I've not been. Look,
respectfully, I'm talking to
I've been.
you.
I'm not
Oh,
subscribed to you.
Jesus.
I've been
I'm not a
subscribed to
have
the
to
host.
subscriber that you can subscribe
And
to me,
you,
okay?
I don't
Period.
know
You
who
trying to
you
get
are.
up. You trying to come up.
I'm not. I
Bye.
do not know who
Bye.
you are.
Bye.
I do not know who you are. So, you know,
We don't know who you
it's
are
not.
either. Shit.
Yeah, but why are you coming at me? I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know
Okay,
why
Because
you're
you
okay,
coming
talking to
on here
okay,
me.
with some
okay,
I'm not even
out the
talking
way.
to
If
okay.
you want to
you.
talk about the topic, talk about the topic. You trying
Yeah,
to
but I'm
take the
not
shit
talking to
to somewhere
you.
else about who don't
Why are
like
you
you. Who gives a
Oh,
fuck?
interfering?
Aries,
Why are you interfering?
Aries.
I'm salty, Trip. I'm salty. I'm just salty.
Why aren't
Triple
you
seven got
Oh
on
interfering?
because
wow.
he got on. Is
Nothing
they
to do
working
with
out the
you. I'm
same
trying to
kid
have
or
a.
what?
It's like you're hot in your pants for some reason. Like I ain't got nothing to do with you.
Oh,
Like
wait a
Whoa,
minute.
I'm up here,
whoa, whoa,
Wait,
like
whoa, whoa. What'd you say to her?
literally speaking to the
wait.
Drop
Y'all
host,
him
having
down
and
now.
you want to interfere.
pants? Okay,
Drop,
okay, wait.
drop him
Okay,
down, T
okay.
now.
Okay, Simon. Okay.
I told you
You don't
Simon was.
you
Hey,
don't
didn't I
have to
tell
call
you?
her hot in the pants. Aries B's been supporting me for a couple of years now. I just hate this. This
So
is
let me
crazy.
say. Can I say one thing? Because you dropped me down real quick.
I did, but you know what? We'll talk about it later. But yeah,
Let me. Well, let me just say. Let
it's
me just
still
say
I still
something.
don't it's still all love. But go ahead.
Let me just say something
But
real
this
quick.
is her panel. This is here for the tea fucking panel. Hate to be
Facts,
cursing because I don't want her.
facts.
You know, nobody is gonna take over her shit. Nobody's gonna come in here. She had a topic and discussion. This is not you and his beef. Fuck did that come from? That's all my
Yeah, and
Ma'am,
point
I
is.
was trying
Fuck
to
out of
figure
here
out
with
what the
that
fuck
shit.
happened.
Nobody, this is her fucking
ma'am,
channel. Okay,
ma'am, can
period.
you, ma'am,
That's
hang on.
true. You're
Please
right,
don't
Aries
include.
B. But go
Please
ahead.
don't include
But
me
she
with
not
this.
right though. See,
Can I say
I
something,
know,
please,
but
real quick?
okay, and I want to hear from you too, real estate. But
When
let me
here,
hear from 777 real quick, and then I'll hear from
when
real
let me just
estate,
say
and then Aries B, and then whoever
real
else
quick
after
because
that.
I'm not talking long up here. So real quick, when I seen him come up here, I said don't let him in because he is respectfully, he is a fag. I don't know how else to
Okay,
say
don't
it.
say that.
I'm sorry, I don't know how else to say it. So he
That's
is
not
a
okay. That's not
well,
okay.
okay,
Yes,
I apologize. He is from the other community. Can I say it like that?
that's better.
Okay,
Okay,
I apologize.
thank you.
So now him coming at eras, I'm not surprised with. That's why he's not allowed on my channel or my panel because I don't
but
have
he
that
didn't
energy.
come in here though.
I don't have that energy on my show. I don't have that weird, respectfully gay energy on my channel. So I tried to
Lord.
warn you, T. I tried to warn you and say, hey, I wouldn't let him up here. And this is what happens. Now he just said Eras is hot in the pants, or I don't even know what that means. But
It
you
was
know,
responsive.
this is what these people from their community do. They attack women, they
These
argue with,
people,
Huh.
yeah, the gay community. What are you
Okay.
talking
This
about?
is what the people on YouTube do. Suck
This
over
is just
somebody
YouTube,
else's channel and mess their channel up and try to get viewers. That's what these fucking people do. That's what they fucking do.
Good night,
You know
Miss
what I'm saying?
Tremendous Love.
That just shit pisses me off. It does. You can't take over nobody else's channel. It's her channel. She put it out there on a survey what it was pertaining to. Don't come over here talking in circles or trying to take over her fucking channel. Fuck out of here.
I didn't know, like, I
May
didn't even
I
know
speak?
that they had
Are you
like a
talking to
major issue
me
like
or you're
that.
talking to Simon?
Who
I'm
seven?
talking to whoever it pertains to that's trying to get views on their own channel because that's what the motherfucker do. That's what
You're not
YouTube is.
No, but you're not talking to me
She the
though.
only one I know that be on her music, be on her own shit, be on her own
I be
vibe.
minding
I
my
know
business,
her.
girl.
I know her. I've
Period.
been with her like for a while, for a long while. You know what I'm
I
saying?
be minding my
So,
business.
Yeah, but
Like,
you're not
shit is
implying. Yeah, but you're not implying I'm doing that though, right?
I might be. And if
I've
I
never.
am,
Oh
y'all be
well,
nice.
you have your opinion,
yeah,
but
you
I
can't tell
don't need
who
it.
let up on her
Huh?
panel, who not, and then just so matter of factly, he was an idiot on her panel, and then you and him going back and forth. Are y'all in cahoots? What the fuck? And who knows? But we was talking about a certain subject, so that's what I was talking about.
I actually
Lola got in
promote.
there. We was focused. You know what I'm saying?
Hold
That's what it
on,
is.
hold
And
on,
they throw
Eras.
her
T.
shit off on that point.
I feel like he did have an opinion though. Like he had his perspective, and he was just speaking his perspective. Like
Who you talking about? Real estate.
yeah, I'm not the gentleman, Simon. I don't
But
know
what
him.
you
I've
get
never
on that
seen.
real estate? I ain't getting nothing.
What do you mean as
Hey,
far as
honey.
like with the
Hi.
transgender situation
Yeah,
or
yeah. I believe he was just I just got it. I was outside. I just came inside and got on YouTube or
okay,
whatever.
boo.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah. Hey guys. Hey panel. Hey Chad.
Hey
How's everyone doing?
baby. How you doing, boo?
What's up, Philly?
Love all you guys. I was just no. When I came up, I just saw the gentleman Simon. All right, so I saw him with the eyes. I saw him put the eyes in his chat, and then I saw Seven say like, I guess those guys have a beef or something like that.
Nah,
But
there's no
when
beef.
Seven,
I don't beef with fags, respectfully.
okay, well
Oh
yeah,
my
well
god.
so here's the thing. So when he came up, I didn't think that he said anything disrespectful or anything to anyone.
No.
I think he was giving his perspective. But I have a question though. So Simon, what's the origin of you guys? Not saying beef, but like, what's the origin of you guys? Like why don't you guys like each other?
Let me speak for that.
I
So
don't think it should
Simon
be
came
brought on
on.
a panel because it's taking it off the
Hold on,
subject that we were on.
honey.
Well, let me just get to it real quick.
I can't
Let me
see
get
the
to it.
thing. I can't
Let me get
see.
to it real quick. Here we
Eric,
go. Yeah, hold up.
Okay.
Eric.
So let me get
So
to it
give
real
us a
quick.
long story short.
So here
And
we go.
then
So
okay.
Simon says something crazy on CT's
Simon
panel.
said.
Simon
Simon
says, that's his name. Simon says something crazy. That he was with a man. He was with a man on CT's channel. So CT's channel, we're all straight men over there.
Did
Period.
he really say that?
Yes, he did. So,
But here's the
anyways,
thing. But listen. If he said, I think
so
that
we dragged
listen,
him. We made fun of him. We joked. You know what I
But no,
mean?
but listen, hold on. All right, well, can I stop you right there? If he is indeed with a man, wouldn't he be the perfect person for the panel? If you guys are discussing like
I
those kind
mean,
of
Right.
Yeah. He
so
I
bring
just
him
would
up.
like to stay on her
So
topic
bring him up.
because here for the T always seem to take her lives down. She have great lives.
So bring him up.
Thank you,
You know what I'm
baby.
saying?
I
I don't
appreciate
know.
that.
I
now
want
the whole
something better to learn
Hey,
something from the
narratives and
knowledge that's there.
dialogue.
aren't you kind of controlling it as well by saying that someone else can't come and speak their perspective? If that gentleman is a homosexual,
I didn't
then
get that real estate. I didn't feel like that. I didn't feel
I
like
didn't
that.
get that vibe
May
either,
I
but
may I please just finish my
go
statement if
ahead.
you
Go
don't
ahead.
mind.
Let her speak because
No, the
she
whole thing
did
is
just get up. Go ahead.
Yeah, my apologies. My apologies, guys. And sorry for coming up so late. But I was,
Don't
yeah.
apologize. Don't
Yeah.
apologize.
So my whole thing is like, if this gentleman is indeed from another community, from the community that you guys are speaking about, wouldn't he be a good person to interview? Like, he has a different perspective. If you guys are all heterosexual, as am I, then maybe he has a different perspective to bring to the panel. And I don't think that anyone should be made fun of because they are, choosing to be, with the same sex. Now,
Said it wasn't even that. It was just that he started going off on what him and 777 had
Well,
going on.
that's
It
what
just
it
Yeah,
went
he
was.
way
was
off
more
the top.
focused on
Yeah,
that.
he was
He was
Ain't
trying to
nothing
make
going
his
on.
point. He was more
Ain't
focused on
nothing
that.
going. Ain't
I
nothing
think
going on with me
I
and
think
you.
he was.
Come on
I
now.
think he was. I think he
It
was
was
responsive.
more.
He
It
was
was more
responsive because
focused on
seven
him and
seven
triple
came
seven's
at him.
issue.
Because
You
Right.
know
he's
what I
he's a
mean?
stalker. He's over on
Yeah,
my
he was
channel
more
for no
focused
reason.
on that. He wasn't focused on what the
Yeah,
topic was
he's
about.
a
That's what I
booty.
got. That's what I
He's
got,
a booty
Lola.
pirate. He's a
That's why
booty
I was
pirate.
like, that's why, like,
Don't
no
say like,
disrespect,
oh my
Simon
god.
says. And you can come back up, Simon says, in narrative and dialogues. You can
Yeah,
come up as
please
well.
don't
I
talk
saw
to
you
me.
on
Please.
Coffee
No, but
Amino.
but
I think I
seven
saw you on
seven.
CT's channel too. So
We
you
don't
can
need
come up
me and
as
him
well.
don't need to communicate. I'm good. He can
Oh,
come up
No,
y'all
but
here.
don't like
seven.
each other either.
I
No,
don't
but
need to
seven
communicate
said
with him.
seven.
Well, you don't have
Seven
to.
said
Like,
seven.
I would still invite
T
him up if he wants to come
Yeah,
up.
that's
If he
fine.
wants.
T. If I may.
I don't talk to gay men like that.
Oh God.
No, T.
Okay.
Oh, here, if I may. Seven said that he came up on a panel and he said something about being with the man. And they made fun of him. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's not okay. Like,
Well,
if
man,
that's
this
if
is.
that's
I'm
his.
sorry, but this is 2023. Like, we could joke and we could say things whatever we want. What do you mean?
But Seven, you also said that you troll people and call them out of their name or whatever just to get them off the panel, just to ruffle their feathers. You did say that to me. So like that's something that you do and everything like that. I'm not saying that
Yeah, but in real
I just
life,
feel like
I don't deal with gays though, so I don't respect them.
gays. Okay, so
Yeah,
this
gays.
panel
Yeah.
is about this panel is about that though, right?
Yeah,
Like is this
Well,
panel
okay.
about
this
trans?
topic is about, yes,
Yeah, I'm
it
here
is
from the other
about.
side. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, so everyone. All right. So everyone on the panel right now
No
is
narrative and
heterosexual.
dialogues. Maybe he's sharing my live right now, but
No, I'm not. Who, me?
no, I'm talking about maybe Simon says is simultaneously sharing my live. But you can hit
Oh.
my link, narratives and
Wow.
Oh,
dialogues, if
Simon's
you
got
would
to pay
like.
if he does that, or you could
I
go ahead
Yeah,
don't.
and
I
send.
don't think.
you gotta send me a cash app if you're
Ugh.
Yeah,
streaming
you
my
gotta
live,
send
like
that PayPal, sir.
Period.
respectfully.
Period. Send out
Can
$50
somebody
right now.
can somebody send me a cash app? Like whoever's streaming my live, like respectfully.
Right.
I ain't streaming
Um,
your live and I'll send your ass a cash app. These motherfuckers be on here
period.
trying
Come
to
on,
grab
it's
on,
me.
just
You
ride
better
on
come.
your back like a donkey. I don't
No,
like that
come
kind.
And
on.
I don't like that
Come
kind.
on. I don't like that either. Like I don't just simultaneously stream people's live without asking them first. That's kind of weird.
That
I
is
told you
weird.
because he's on that weird gay demonic creature energy.
Oh my
Yikes.
god. Okay.
Yikes.
Respectfully,
Oh, so
Billy,
you
why are you
saying
saving? I don't understand why you're saving
Can
all
I get
these.
a moderator to drop my cash app though? Thank you, respectfully.
Yeah, why are you saving these gay men,
Because
Philly? You're not gay, are you?
I'm not
Philly's not
saving
gay.
anyone. I'm not saving anyone. My whole thing is that if you guys are having a panel about homosexual people, then I think that, if someone's homosexual, then they may have a different perspective.
Oh, okay.
Hey, chopping it up TV.
I
You can get the
mean,
link too.
gay people are really disruptive. That's my thing. That's my problem. You know what I mean? He came up here talking about me. I don't need him talking about me.
No,
Just talk
but
about the topic.
Seven, you kind of came at him first though. You came at him when he was in the chat. He
I,
wasn't
I,
even on panel yet.
I told T what he is. He's a creature. That's what he
And
is.
that was your perspective
Right,
of him
because
though, right?
that's because they've had issues on
We
another
didn't have issues.
channel.
We made fun of him because he was gay. That's it. That's what happened.
That's
Oh my
not
god,
okay.
triple.
It
Come
is
That's
on,
okay
not
where I come
okay.
from. It's okay
triple.
where I come from.
You
I
are
know a lot of down low guys that make fun of homosexual guys that are
facts,
that
and
are
then they be
also
sleeping with them
sleeping with
behind the scenes,
men.
right?
Yes,
Facts.
If you're a
that's
straight
a
male,
thing.
if you're a straight man, you don't associate with them. That's
But
it.
why make fun of
I
somebody
feel
that's
like you can
different?
still
I don't care
associate
what
with them.
they do at the end of the day. I people can do what they want to do, sleep with whoever they want to sleep with, as long as the person I'm sleeping with not sleeping with one of them. I don't give a fuck because it don't have nothing to do with me. But at the end of the day, like I just don't want to be referred to as a cis woman. Don't call me a cis
Right.
woman. Don't call me a fish because that's not what the fuck I am. If you want to be called a trans woman or whatever, a she, her, what she, her, and all that, I'll
It
Yeah,
call
whatever
you
the
it
that.
whatever the pronoun
I'll
is. Yeah,
call
whatever
you
the
that.
pronoun.
it
But do not call me no motherfucking fish or no sis. That's when I have a problem with you because I don't like to be called that. That's disrespectful in my opinion.
see, and it's women like Philly
Random.
that let this. So when you guys get disrespected by these
Hey, hey,
trans,
hey.
no, but hang on, just let me. It's not being rude. It's women like that that give them the power to be like, oh well, I got a couple women that are with me on this topic, so I'm gonna just go ahead and put this out there into the world. So it's the
Seven, I
women's
never
fault
said I
too.
can. Seven, I
You
never said I condone.
condone gay
Listen,
behavior.
no, seven. I never said I condone homosexuality. I do not. I think it's an abomination. I think a man should not lay with a man as he lays with a woman.
And
Then tell him
real
that.
estate has always made that clear. Me and real estate have had these conversations
Yeah, I'm
outside of
not. I'm
YouTube.
not for it.
And
I'm not
yeah,
for it. But I'm
it
not
is
gonna.
what it
I'm not
is.
gonna make fun of somebody just because they're homosexual.
Right,
Like
right. Same.
that's not.
Okay,
That's not a good enough.
so
That's
you
not a good
can
reason to make fun of somebody.
okay, so you don't condone their behavior, but I can't make fun of them.
Why make fun of them? That's childish to me.
I'm a
Make
child
fun of
then.
them.
Fuck it. I'm a child then. Fuck it.
What if
Yeah.
your son ended up being a homosexual?
Thank you for the
I'll beat
cash
his ass and
app.
I'll
Aries,
beat
I
him up. He'll be
appreciate it.
living under a
Shout out
bridge.
to
See,
Aries
okay,
for this wonderful cash app. Thank you, boy. I appreciate it. Thank you, love.
see,
Yes,
did
I
you
know.
did you hear what he just said?
No, I
Yeah.
didn't. What did he say?
You want me to repeat it for the people
Oh,
in the
he
back?
said.
I said, see, I asked him. I said, what would you do if your son became a homosexual? Would you say seven?
I said I'll beat him up and he'll be living under a bridge.
Oh, he said that earlier. He said
Yeah.
that earlier, pretty
Yeah, that's
much.
not new.
Yeah, he
Want
said
me to
that
say it
about an
again?
hour ago. He did. We don't
Yeah.
agree. We
And you
don't
could go
agree
with
with
him.
him. None of
If you were my son's
we
mother,
don't
you would
agree
go
with
with
him,
him.
but
You would
that
beat me. You would beat me because I
No, I said you would go with him.
because our
Don't do that.
son.
Don't do that. I said you would go with
You
him.
no,
Never.
those are your words.
I said you
You
would
said
go
you
with
would beat
him.
me.
I said you would
Oh,
go with
right.
him.
I don't
Yeah.
agree
I
with
didn't
that
say I would beat
stance,
you.
but hey, if that's how he feels, that's how he feels. I don't agree with that personally, but I can't tell him what to do with
Yeah, I'm
his
not Dwayne
situation.
Wade. I'm not going for
You know what
that.
I'm saying? Like I can't tell him
I'm
what to
not going
do.
for
So
that.
Do you think if you beat him, you think he would change his mind?
I bet you he'll question if he should ever come around me with that type of behavior. Just like when you do something to a thief will never rob from me again after I give him the treatment that I give him.
But he still
mm.
may be a thief.
He could still be a thief,
Yes.
but he ain't gonna be around me being a thief or steal from me.
I hear what you're saying, but I know
That's
the
the
love
problem.
you
You know,
have
it's
for
the
your baby.
when
You
you let
saying that
these
stuff now, but
when
I
you let
don't
these
know.
people do this, see, but what I'm talking about is a bigger picture. We're not talking about me as a parent. I'm talking about the women that let these gays and these transgenders.
Damn, y'all got me in the shit. Team Fatty over here. What's up, Team Fatty? This is
It's the
crazy.
women. It's the women. It's the women that let this happen, and it's the soft men, respectfully, like this person up here, was it whatever his name is. It's the soft men and the weak-minded
Who are
women.
you talking about, Urban?
It's the soft men and the weak-minded women that create this transgender energy. So I blame you guys. Go ahead.
I
Don't
don't
blame
know
me.
about that. I don't
I said
know.
soft-minded women. If you're a strong-minded woman like the woman above me, no, I can't remember her name. Nola, right?
Nola girl, yes.
Yeah, if you're a strong-minded woman like this, you're part of the solution, not the problem. If you're a weak-minded man like this person in the middle, or respectfully, real estate is like she condones this
That's
type of
where
behavior.
she's from too. Like our background, our parents are New Orleans too, and they
All that weird
real.
gay energy needs to stop.
It's yeah. She remind me of my mom's people.
Well, here's the thing though, like I respectfully and honestly, it's not going to.
That's the
Like,
thing. So how are
um,
you gonna make
people are gonna be who they want to be. We can't accept it or not. That's just your person.
it
This
is
is
what it
up to your
is.
personal belief or not. Now you can condone it or not. You can do. At the end of the day, it's basically up to what you're willing to put up with within your household. At the bottom line, you know what I'm saying? Like
I
that's
think
just
the
really what it
trans.
is.
I think the
All right,
trans
well,
need to.
may I? All right. So here's my thing. Okay, so I grew up, in a Christian household. My parents are ministers. We were taught to, like, not do different things or whatever, not drink, not smoke, not have sex before marriage, like, be all the above. But, of course we've done those things, like, so it's not, is it nature versus nurture? Like, I don't believe that people were born into homosexuality. I do not believe that. I don't believe the Lord meant for people to, like, be, you know, uh, same sexes to be together, because we wouldn't be able to procreate. We wouldn't have reproduction. We wouldn't have a world. We wouldn't, the world wouldn't continue. So I don't believe that that's a thing and everything. But I mean, so I don't know whether it's the world that's making them like this, or like it's just like, the
It's the devil.
popularity.
Right. It's a devil.
I can't blame the devil for everything.
You
Like,
sure you
It's
can?
the devil. It's
Sure you
giving
can.
the devil the mind control that he needs to make people think this is okay. It's not okay, because that's not the way God meant it to be. You can't say it's not mind control and it's not the devil, but then say that's not what God wanted. It's one or the other. You got to think it's one or the other. I know for sure
so
the
right. So
God that I
I'm
serve did not create for two men to lay in the bed. No.
right.
Right.
So I'm solution based. So Nola, what is your solution to that? Like, if you feel like it's a problem, I feel like it's a problem as well. But what is your solution to it? Like, like, what do you do? Like, if you have children?
When I came up, I mentioned that I had 4 sons and a daughter.
Right.
Okay. So, and out of those 4 sons and daughter, like, are any of them homosexual, or
Not now one of them was up.
okay? Have any? Don't want to say what's up, but the whole thing is, like, have any of them experimented? Have any of them shared that they've experimented with the same sex?
Don't do that, real estate. Don't do that
Never
with her.
shared,
I'm
baby.
asking the
Never
questions. I'm
shared.
just asking
Don't
questions.
don't do that with her, please.
7. It's a legitimate question.
Yeah, but don't disrespect Nola though, please. Don't do that.
It's not disrespect. I mean, look, I would say I have experimented with it.
That's on you,
I
my
have.
baby.
I'm not saying it. Like, my whole thing is this:
With women?
the world. Yes, I have. I kissed a girl and I didn't like it, and that was the end of it. I didn't
Okay.
go any further with it. But the whole thing is, like, there is a
But
thing
you
where,
liked it because you did it though. You liked it because you did it.
you know what,
I
you
mean,
know
you
how I feel
did.
about you. I feel like you're a down low homosexual already.
Nah,
That's how I feel about
you're
you.
disrespectful
I
though.
no, but I told you that already. I'm not
Don't
I'm not trying to
don't put
be.
that on
I'm
me.
not trolling you. Listen, I'm not
You just
trolling
said
you. I'm not
you
being
just said
mean to
you were a
you.
dyke. Don't
But
put
that's
that
how.
on me.
7. I'm not trolling you. I'm not disrespecting you. But I'm telling you, that's how I feel about you. Like, in my
Please
spirit, I feel like you
don't
are
disrespect me.
a down low homosexual
Man, you
man.
don't
That's why
have a
you
spirit,
are so
man.
Wow.
Stop.
angry.
You don't have
Like,
a spirit. Stop.
I don't have no problem with you. Listen, at 7, we don't have no problem. Me and you
Go
cool.
ahead.
We don't have
Just
no
talk
beef.
to her, please. Talk to her, please.
But you started talking to me, so when I was talking to Nola, so
I'm good. Go
the
ahead.
whole
You're right. Go
Go
ahead.
go ahead with it. Go ahead. I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So the whole thing is, like, sometimes, like, we go away from what we learn, but sometimes, but we usually come back. If you have a strong background, you usually come back or whatever. That's all I'm saying. It's like you train up a child the way you want them to be or whatever, and hopefully they come back. We were raised a certain way, and we can come back and everything. So that's all you can hope, is that you just give your kids the right morals and values. And if they go out into the world and do things that they're not supposed to do, or that are against, what the belief system is, hopefully they'll come back. That's all I'm saying or whatever. I don't think the homosexuality is natural. I don't agree with it. I think that it's out here. It is what it is. Like, are we going to ever get reparations? Like things like that. Like, there's so many wrongdoings in this world. Like, is what do you do? That's all I want to say.
Okay. I feel you. I mean, I don't know what the fuck to expect at this point, to be honest with you, because I feel like I don't know. I would just feel like certain people get like benefits that other people should have gotten a long time ago. And it's just insane to me. I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's
See,
weird.
when you meet homosexual men, do you and they they come around you? Do you make fun of them?
No, I don't. I have family. I have
Understand.
friends. No, I don't make fun of them. No,
Do you make them feel uncomfortable or unwanted?
I
no, I
do.
don't. I don't. No.
Right,
Shit,
because
I
they're
do.
people. Because they're
Yeah,
they're
I'm
people
just
and
not.
they're humans, and we gotta respect them as humans. So
Yeah,
why
I don't have
why
issues with
why
that.
why make them feel uncomfortable? Why make them why hurt their feelings or make them they're already in a place or whatever where something's going on with them inside their mind or inside their body that there's something's a chemical imbalance or something going on with them. Like when somebody came around
It's
you
a
that was
lot of
like a
chemical imbalance.
that
Yeah,
had
some
Okay,
down
chemical
I
imbalance.
don't know if you
it is
know
what it is. That had
okay.
Down syndrome.
Tell
They
me
have
what a
Down
Real
syndrome,
estate.
chemical.
or they may have,
Okay, real estate.
Tell
Okay,
me what a chemical
let's
imbalance
do
is.
this. Let's
Let me
do
figure that
this.
out.
Hold on, let's
what
do
is a
this.
chemical
So
imbalance?
Yeah, help
hold
me
on.
figure that out.
Let me say this though first, right? So I don't know if you were here for the beginning of the live or what we're really
I
talking
wasn't.
about.
TNM, and
Okay,
I just
so
got
let
in.
me
I
give you
literally just got in.
context. Let me give you context from the original subject,
She's
right?
so
So
toxic.
there was a transgender woman who came
No
out and
fucking toxic.
said,
You're the one who's toxic. You always call somebody toxic, but you're
"Listen,
the one
okay,
who's
everybody be
toxic.
quiet. Everybody be quiet. Okay, let
Maybe
me
because
mute. Let me mute everybody. Let me mute everybody. Okay. So here's the thing, right? So the original context was there was a trans woman who came out and said that us biological women do not reserve the rights to periods, menstruation, and everything like that. Everything that embodies a woman, right? Giving birth, having a period, bleeding every fucking month. Okay. This trans woman had the nerve to come out and say we don't reserve the right to take ownership of that. And then Jess Hilarious came out and gave her spill about it and said, "You got me fucked up," basically. And yes, we do own the right to that. And that this is where the argument has come from. T.S. Madison has come out and said something. Tasha K has stood for what Jess Hilarious said as a biological woman. And then T.S. Madison came out with a whole situation that had nothing to do with the original argument, saying, well, some biological, some real women look like trans women. Okay, that has nothing to do with a period and a cycle at the end of the day. You motherfuckers don't bleed every month. You motherfuckers don't have to deal with possible blood clots coming out of your tampon and your pad for weeks at a time every month. Respectfully and grossly. Because it sounds disgusting, but it is a thing that women have to go through that you motherfuckers will never ever fucking experience. So that's the point I was trying to make. That's the whole point of this video. They're
Yeah,
trying
I
to,
saw that too. I saw those
you see what I'm
videos.
saying? They're trying to own period. Like you motherfuckers really want a fucking period? I don't think so.
And if they
See,
did get one, they wouldn't know what the fuck to do with it if they got it.
Exactly. Where you go?
That
What you gonna
part.
do with it? What you gonna do with it, baby?
Cry like a bitch because when them cramps start cramping,
Baby,
baby.
listen.
respectfully, this has like they want you to like talk about the whole cycle and everything like that, but that's not really about that. Like the whole like and even like that the part of us that has the cycle or whatever, thank God for it because it cleans our reproductive system because it allows us to give life. So it's and then people call it disgusting and everything like that. It is what it is.
Right.
The Lord
But it's a
made us. The
part of
Lord made us.
life.
the Lord made us perfectly, and like, can you like look how awesome? Like, it's like a car. Everything that's in this world is made based off of human bodies and everything like that. Okay, so
Facts.
you might need an oil change or whatever. Like, you can't keep riding around with the same oil in your car or whatever. You need to better drop that oil out your car. You better not be driving around with that same oil in your car or whatever. But luckily, we get to do it
Right.
every month or whatever. And after a certain point, we don't have to do it anymore. After we reached a certain point where we've already given life, or we reached a point where we don't have to, whatever. Long story short, they try to make it seem like it's such a bad thing or whatever, but they really want to be like us.
Philly, have you
And that's
checked your
and
A
that's
have you
lot of
checked
it.
and
your
that's
oil? Are
and
you up to date
and
with
that's
your
the
oil change?
and that's the chemical imbalance. Something that's going on with somebody that was born and they're not happy within themselves, so they want to be a different gender.
Are you due?
That's the
Are
whole
you due
point.
for an oil change, Philly?
So you call me toxic, but when you say things like that, toxic
I
is
said,
your
are you
go-to.
due for an oil change?
Because it's projecting because you're toxic.
You're talking
Who?
about you're talking about your car and everything like that. I'm just wondering,
I
have you
tried to
checked?
make it so
It was
somebody
an
like you
it was
with
an
the
analogy.
I gotta
exactly,
get. What are you talking about?
and everyone knows that except for you, Seven.
It was
I gotta get my oil changed in like a month. That's why I'm asking.
it's different from a female oil change, respectfully. Triple
I'm
seven.
just saying, I
It's
mean, you don't
totally
have to get an
different.
oil change every month or whatever. It's probably like every like 3 to 6 months or something like that, whatever. But the whole thing is like, everything in this world is made from humans. Computers, every piece of technology that's made in this world is mimicked from like a human body. Like, so the
Yeah,
Lord made us
Right.
perfect, and
yeah, I
everything
get
that's
mine.
in this
Yeah,
world
I
is
get
made
mine
from
like
us.
every 7,500 miles.
You're trying to see you
That's what's up.
that's being toxic. He's being toxic. See, like, that's toxic. Like, and
The oil.
then he's trying to compare it to miles.
I'm just
And
talking
you know
about.
how
I'm just
people
talking
say
about an oil
miles
change
and
for my
they
car.
like whatever.
If
I'm
you
just
guys
talking.
want to hit the link, feel free to. I
No,
see
don't
you
hit the
guys in
link.
the
Hit the
chat.
cash app.
Hit the Cash App and the link
Right.
respectfully. Thank you.
Hit
And
that
it's pinned
cash
at the
app.
top of the
And
hit the Cash
and
App.
we we lost
Much
we
respect.
lost Urban. Hopefully Urban is like not
He
feel
probably
disrespected.
sleepy, child. He probably sleepy.
You
It's
know,
2 o'clock. But I'm
yeah.
off
Has
tomorrow,
Urban?
so
It,
I'm ready for the smoke. What's up?
yeah, I'm here. It's 3 a.m. where I'm at.
Damn.
Allegedly.
It's a problem when Philly. It's okay when Philly does it. It's a problem when I do it. So
I didn't.
Philly,
The
you
whole thing is
said.
I never said one thing toxic, and you
Well,
saying I'm
hang on,
toxic.
Philly. You said
I
you
never
don't
said
condone.
one
Hang on a
thing
second.
toxic.
You said you don't condone gay behavior, right? But yet, if I make fun of it, it's an issue. But you don't condone it in the first place.
Make fun of it is something different than condoning it.
Ma'am, did you ever go to high school, ma'am? You never had people making fun of certain things and issues and
It's
people. I
called
mean,
bullying. It's called bullying.
ma'am, don't act like you don't bully. You just bullied me up here, ma'am.
I've never bullied
You just
anyone in my
bullied me.
entire life.
You just bullied me up here. You do it all the
No,
time, Philly.
okay. I made a statement
You play with
that
me.
you project. You
You
have a
play with
problem
me.
with projection.
Okay, what is
Uh-uh.
projection?
Seven. Everybody knows who you are.
Why
We
you
know
do all this?
your character.
Why do you do all this
We know
weird
who
stuff
you are.
with me? Why do you do all this weird
Where
stuff with me?
Where's like toxic. It's
Why
fine.
why do you do this weird stuff with
Back
me?
to the topic. Whatever.
Why do you do this with me?
Let's just say this, y'all. Y'all already know how I feel about it.
Right.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
fool with it. I don't fool with it on no type of level. I don't support it, but I will say this: I'm a child of God, just like they are. No
Facts.
matter what and how they are and what they do, I
Hmm.
know better. Some of them know better, but they choose to do what they want to do. Some of them don't know
Right.
better. At the end of the day, I'm your sister in Christ. I love you. I ain't got to deal with you, and I ain't got to condone what you're doing. I respect you, and that's that. You stay over there, I'm gonna stay over here. We could be cordial. We could speak. Hey, how you doing? And we're
Right.
gonna keep it moving. Other than that, it's nothing with me and them. So you gotta love them because God said love them, but you
Facts.
don't have
Yeah.
to condone what they do.
But
No.
God don't like
Exactly.
Yeah, but Nola, God don't like ugly, right?
That's what the people say. God love everybody.
Okay.
That's true.
But I do agree that it's definitely a problem. It's definitely a problem, and I don't know what the solution is. I have no idea what the solution is, but it's
Yeah,
definitely a
I'm
problem.
tired of like I said earlier, don't call me a cis woman. Don't call me fish.
Okay, so T, let me
You
ask you
know,
this.
don't call me that because that's not who I am. I
Let
am
me
a
ask you this, T.
woman. I was born with a vagina. Period. I push two kids out of my vagina respectfully. All right.
Yeah.
And that shit don't feel good, god damn it. So respect me.
So wait,
Respect me for being a real woman at
this
the
not
end of
what
the
I'm
fucking day.
understanding,
You
sis.
know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here.
What does that mean? What does that mean in Dallas? Because when we
Oh,
say fish
Aries is
in
in
New
the back.
Orleans,
Aries in the
that
back.
mean that's for the man. That's not for the woman. So why y'all?
Aries gotta put her device is
I
not
don't know.
connected. Aries be your the device is not connected, baby. That's why I haven't put you up. Say it again, Nola girl. What you say?
Okay, so in New Orleans, when we say fish, we don't call the females fish. We call that to the males. So, what does that mean towards a woman in Dallas? Because that's different. I never heard that.
Okay, so fish is like, a lot of times when you so called have like a gay friend, like a gay boyfriend, like a homeboy that's gay, he'll be like fish, or anybody from that community will call you a fish or whatever, like a female fish, basically. And so, like,
Oh,
sometimes it's used in endearment, but when they get mad at you, they use it as a term of, a derogatory term, basically saying, "Ooh, you smell like fish," because they like to say women, natural born women, smell like fish, especially we on our cycles and shit like that. So yeah,
oh,
it
that's different.
becomes it becomes derogatory. It depends on the context, if that makes sense.
Because out here, when we say fish, we'll be like, "Oh, girl, he give me fish." That mean he's
That
supposed to be
too,
straight.
like,
Yeah, he's
yeah,
supposed to
but
be
like,
straight, but
no,
he
we
giving
say
me.
trade for them. We say trade, like, okay, he trade, like, he's gay, but he give you a little trade, like he a little feminine, but he can pass off as a straight male. So we call them trade in the
Okay,
South.
so look, back then when we would
Okay.
say trade, that meant he was undercover. They done changed the definition of trade, and nowadays out
Girl.
here, trade
I
mean
thought
he
Trey
hot.
was undercover. I thought Trey was down low.
It was down low, but
Yeah, trade is like
nowadays
a
they
down low,
say
yeah.
trade mean he a hot piece. Nah, you gonna always be undercover trade because I roll with the old school. I don't
Well,
change
look,
nothing
look
like
at
they do.
well, Tadrick called he the one, he like the, not saying he the end all be all, but Tadrick, he said the trade is the ones that's on the down low that he tried
Yeah.
to turn into
Well, I guess every city or state have their different definitions because, like
right,
I
okay.
said, out here trade used to mean a down low man, but nowadays it mean, oh, I like him, he nice. Not in my book. Trade mean just what it originally meant. But when we say fish, that mean, oh, he give me gay. That's what that mean now. Oh, out
Okay.
here. Yeah. That's why when you said it the first time, I was like, wait, what? They call it females fish? I
Yeah,
never
they
heard
call
that.
them.
No,
Yes,
yeah,
girl.
yeah.
That's definitely a thing. Like, oh, that's fish. Oh, that's fish right there. Yeah, they'll say that about a woman.
You don't have me cook
Mhm.
you something. You go lay down, boy. You better eat this. Oh, okay.
So you guys saying that trade is like
A
shit
down
like
low boy.
I thought trade was like you trade money for food, or I mean you trade coochie cat for food or something like that. But
No,
then a fish
that's
is
a
like a
whole that's a
derogatory
no,
term. Shit.
that's called that's a hobosexual. A hobosexual.
Oh. Mm.
No, a trade is it. The word trade started in jail/prison, and it's a down low male.
Mm.
But
Right.
nowadays out here in New Orleans, trade mean, oh, that's a hot nigga. So that's what
Mm.
the younger generation use it as that.
They
But
trying to switch it up. They trying to trick them.
yeah,
They
they're
trying to
trying to
trick
switch.
themselves.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Woo, child.
Because
yes.
in Chicago,
They
seems
trying
like
to
Trey be like
they
he
trying to
trade
trick. They
some
trying to
coochie
trick.
for some
They trying
food
to
or
they trying to
something.
switch it up. Oh my gosh.
That's
Oh my
Yeah.
crazy.
god.
So when they go live and I be like, he trade? Yeah, do y'all know the definition of trade? They be like, yeah, he a hot nigga.
Mm.
No, that ain't what that mean, my baby.
Mm-mm.
That's not
Oh
what that
my
mean. That
god.
mean
Lord
he's an
have mercy.
undercover male.
Hey,
Mm.
Nola girl, you seem like you about to know this. Remember back in the day, it was a joke by a famous comedian say he was a blind man walked past this sidewalk and then he smelled fish. Then he said, "Hello, ladies," and it was a fish market. That was a joke back then going on, for black women. He was
Uh-huh.
a blind man walking past fish market. He said, "Hello, ladies." You know what I'm saying?
And
If
I
a female smelling like fish, then there's a
That
problem.
shit ain't
But
true up for every
exactly.
female now.
That was the next thing I was going to say. That was the next thing I was going to say. Like that's a problem. Whenever people shouldn't even need panty liners. Like you shouldn't you shouldn't be like your situation shouldn't be bad at all. Like you shouldn't be
That
leaking
bad.
nothing. You shouldn't be
well, let me
like
chime in on that right quick. I work at a doctor's office.
Okay.
If you're a woman and you have had children, yes, your body is going to change. Yes, you will encounter having discharge. It's when it has a
no. What do
smell to it.
you mean?
It's when you have a smell to it. The body, just like the period cleans the body out,
Right.
you're gonna have a normal discharge as a
You
woman,
should not.
But
I'm
normal ain't
especially.
sorry.
fishy though,
I'm
Nola.
sorry.
Shit.
But no, we're not talking about
That's true.
fishy. If you have a
Not
fishy
a
discharge,
fishy
then you
one.
have a
Yeah.
problem.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I,
Yep.
I don't agree with the fact that you should have a discharge. I
Right.
Do you
disagree
have
with
No,
any
it
that.
don't have to
children?
Hey
be
guys,
right.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know that you guys are.
Everybody's thing is different. Okay, Dark
No, listen,
Lake. How are?
I
Let me
have
hear
two,
from
I
Dark
have
Hey, I'm
two
Lake.
good. I'm
He's
good.
kids.
new.
I was just gonna say I didn't know you guys were gonna start talking about that. I don't think
I'm
I have to
sorry.
be here
No,
for
no.
that.
Go
I'm
ahead.
But
Okay, let's pause.
sorry.
Let's pause. Go ahead. Let's not talk about the discharges and all that. So, Dark Lake, I don't know how long you've been listening. Shout out to you. I've seen you over there on Fight Club and all that. So, shout out to you. What do you have to say about the topic for tonight as far as trans women and biological women?
okay, and also I just want to clear something up. I wasn't like trying to force you guys to stop talking about it. I just didn't know if it was appropriate for me because I'm a man to be up here while you guys were talking about it. That's all I did.
I
Um,
get it. I did. We kind of did get off of
oh,
Discord or
okay, okay,
whatever, but go
all
ahead.
right.
I would love to hear from you, and then we can continue if we need to. Go
All
ahead.
right. Well, thank you for having me on the show. I'm not gonna stay long. I appreciate you letting me on the show. um, I have no issues with people from the LGBTQ plus community and beyond, right?
Okay.
Um, uh, but I mean, can we all just agree that this all took place and some black women in society or today are having an issue with it because black men don't have authority in the black community? I mean, can we all come to that consensus? Do you guys think that's a fair statement to make?
No, may
No.
I speak?
Mm,
May I speak on that? Can I go
okay,
first? Can I go
we
first?
can go one at a
Please.
time. Okay,
Let's
go
speak
Okay.
go
on why
ahead.
they don't. Let's speak on that. If
I
we're
want
gonna speak
Everybody
on
go
no
something, we
one
gotta
wait.
one at
speak
a
on
time. One
everything.
at a time, y'all, because he did ask a valid question.
Right. So I
And
want to. May I start? I
okay, go
do not
ahead.
feel. I do not feel that black men do not have authority in the community. I do not feel that with like any fiber of my being. My parents are still married. My dad is the head of the household. I mean, most of the people in my family are married and everything. Black men are very respected. I respect black men. Like there's no way that black men are not respected. They try to make it so like the whole welfare thing and everything like that where women will get welfare and kick the men out the house and everything like that in order to get government benefits. I understand all that happened, but black men are respected in the community, like if they are worthy of respect. Now if you are not worthy of being respected, that's something
I'm
totally
gonna mute
different.
you, Nola. I'm gonna mute you real quick, Nola. Okay. I hear
Okay,
some.
go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go
no,
ahead. Go ahead.
black men are to be given the utmost respect in our community. Period. That's my stance.
Okay, so I understand what you're saying, and anecdotally, I'm not going to refute what you're saying. I don't know your life. Was it Philly? Philly real estate. I don't know your life, so I'm just going to take what you say, face value. I believe you, right? But that's not the experience of most Black men pertaining to like global America, right? Or rather, mass America.
Can you
Black
speak to
men,
that?
black men are not respected in America when it comes
Can you
to the
speak to that?
when it comes to the Black community. And if you understood men, no offense, but if you understood what men care about, you will understand that we are the only group of men that don't exist within a patriarchy. We are the only group of men that do not get the luxury of a patriarchy because a lot of Black men have been displaced. Now, I'm not. Now, no, wait, time out.
That's a good
I'm
point,
not.
low key.
No,
Wait, time out,
they
time out.
just
Hold on,
say
wait. I just want to say something real quick.
listen,
Wait. I
Okay,
just want to say
let him
something.
finish. Let
I
him
just want
finish
to
his
finish real
point.
quick. I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm not saying because of this and because of that, that's why Black men should, we have to perform and compete like every other man. I'm not trying to make any excuses whatsoever. But what I'm saying is that there is a correlation to be made here. And since we are a group of men in America that are the only men who don't get to experience a role in the patriarchy, a lot of stuff throughout the years, throughout the decades, have been allowed in the Black community, and allowing Black women to basically lead through their opinions and feelings what children and what other Black people should be doing, or the lack of shame in certain categories, right? The Black men haven't been there since since the late 50s to actually correct a lot of the inappropriate behavior that's been going on in the community. So there is no authority that Black men have within the community on a mass level. Now, individually,
Okay.
okay, go ahead.
No, may I argue if I may interject. Who's telling the Black men to leave? Do they have a choice? Is someone dragging them out the household and telling them not to raise their children? Like why are they not in the household? It's like that's the
Metaphorically, yes.
question.
The answer to your question is not
They're being
literally,
so
but
the Black men
metaphorically, that's what's happening.
right. So no. Okay, all right. Fast forward past the 50s. We're in the 2000s.
Right.
So right now, a black man has a child, and he leaves and has children with other people, and then leaves, has children, like repetitive cycle. Why is he leaving? Like, what is is he not given a choice, like to stay
So,
or to leave?
I think that's a good
Cycles.
question. I think that's a good question, but
Cycles.
there's a combination of a couple things going on here, right? The first thing that's going on is a misconception, right? When you say the men having babies with this family, then going and having babies with that woman, and going to having babies with that woman, right? That doesn't account for most Black men in America. That accounts for the smaller portion of Black men that Black women are actually choosing to procreate with. The men who have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different baby mamas, right? Like he'll have 5 baby mamas, right? But then the Black woman won't care about that, and she'll just be the 6th baby mama. But see the thing about it is, right? And I'm not trying. This isn't an indictment. I'm not trying to.
I've seen it.
This is not
I've
an
seen it.
indictment. This is not an indictment on Black women. I'm not trying to shame or bash Black women, right? And this is not like every single case, right? I'm just explaining to you what the Black male perspective is. It could be right or wrong. I'm just expressing what the perspective is, okay?
Right,
So,
man. Okay, well, let me
wait. That was the first thing. Wait. I'm sorry. I'll just finish real quick. That was the first thing. Yeah. Pertaining to what she said, like that's the first thing that's happening. The second thing that's happening is, metaphorically speaking, you say, are these men being dragged away from their homes, right? It's not happening literally, but metaphorically. And what I mean by that is, now listen, don't get it twisted. I know that there are scumbag of the earth, deadbeat dudes out here. I'm not saying they don't exist, okay? But when you have the court systems that's all in like women's favor, and then not all, but a lot of women take advantage of that. So like essentially, if a dude's child is essentially a Netflix subscription, right? and the relationship doesn't work out between him and her, and like she's basically being emotional and stopping him from like visiting the child, and just all this drama that happens, not in every case. I mean, the dude is not gonna be there. I mean, the thing about it is, if I ever have kids, I'm always gonna take care of my kids. But if I literally have to pay child support or whatever, and then it's still hard for me to see my kid, I'm not gonna see that kid. I'm gonna go
Okay,
to a
well,
different state. I'm going to a different country. I'm not going to do it. I don't care if that's my kid. If the laws in the country
Oh
state
wow,
that I
that's
have to
deep.
pay a Netflix subscription to send to this woman for child support, and I don't even know if the money is going to the child, right? I mean, it sounds heartless, but that's the position that men are in. Now, and
I get it.
again, I'm not excusing the actions of the actual deadbeats. But what I'm saying is that there's a whole ton of men, not just black men, but men in general, that are good dudes that fall under some women manipulating the system. You feel me? And so
I agree.
those are the two reasons as to the
Okay.
answer to your question.
Okay, well,
I get it.
if I may interject, well, I'm gonna say this. I don't think any woman of good stature lays down with a man, has a child with a man, and he, and like basically like consciously has a child, like not like a slip up, like I'm talking about like over and over, like trying to make a child, to have a child, to like become impregnated with a child or
Right.
whatever, to expect a man to leave and not raise his child. I don't, in my mind, I can't relate to that. I can't even see like that happen. I mean, like me personally, I don't think that a woman lays down with somebody or whatever, and thinks that the guy is going to leave and not take accountability and raise his child. That's the first thing. The second thing is this: you mentioned that the woman is the problem. Like, not saying that she's like, you didn't say this per se that she's the problem, but you said she becomes emotional and she's argumentative and everything like that. In my experience, I don't know what's going on with the testosterone or what's going on, like, in the water, but men have become way more emotional than females. And I'm seeing it like every day. Like,
Absolutely.
I mean, I look back and I'm like, these guys are like really
Those
in
are
their
facts.
feelings. These
Yeah,
guys
that's
are really emotional. These
Do you
guys are
know why
really
that
like,
is?
no, I'm no, I don't. But are you saying because maybe they're raised by women? Maybe it's a cycle because they're raised by women because their men are not in the household or whatever. But I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with a woman, having to step up and be the male and a female in a relationship and try to teach a man how to be a man, or to give values to the, that a man should give to a female child or whatever. Like, I feel like the problem in America, in the black community, is that the men are abandoning their families. They are abandoning. And then now in the 50s, when it was like the whole welfare thing or whatever, like, but now, like, that's not even the issue anymore. Like, what's the problem now? Like, why are
Wait.
you,
When you
I think
said in the 50s,
they're
wait. Slow down,
cowards.
slow down. You said in the 50s when what?
You said, remember before, like, I think I mentioned it before, like, about how the government introduced welfare in the community. They said, well, you can't have a man living in a house if you're going to get welfare and everything.
Wait. Here's the thing. Like, a lot of black men like to blame black women for that, which I do too sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, but honestly, it was on both parties. Okay, because the thing about it is, it was like a deal. Like, oh shoot, I ain't got to be in the house. You can get these benefits. All right, hey, you know
Yep.
what, wife, go ahead and get them benefits, right?
Facts.
But the
Yep.
thing about it is, a lot of black men didn't count that black women would then just like would just want that instead. That's what it kind of led up to in the latter years. But so it's
But
on
here's the
both
thing,
parties. I think
they're
that black
cowards.
men should have had the. I think the black men at the time should have had the foresight to know that was going to happen. But
Exactly,
however,
they
though,
were cowards.
but
They
the
were
thing,
cowards.
hold on, wait, hold on. The thing
No,
is,
my parents are still together. All my aunts and uncles are still together. All my, like, my cousins, everybody, like, they stay inside of their households. Like, they were. I don't. People that just abandon their families are cowards to me. Whether you're a
okay,
female or a male, if
here's
you
the
abandon
thing.
your family, you're a coward.
Here's the thing, right? I understand that. Like my family has been together, but I don't use my anecdotal experience and my family's experience to represent the entire Black America of the United
Right.
States.
And you
Okay.
can't. You
So
can't
the
because
thing is,
that's not
so
reality.
the thing is, listen, it's not completely fair to just say these men who are leaving their kids are cowards. A lot of these men are pushed out of the father role because of a vindictive woman. It happens a lot,
Wow.
and
Disagree.
it's not every woman, right? But it's a lot of what happens in the community, and it's not really just about Black men. It's about men in general. That's why the divorce rates are about the same in every community. Okay, and these different like negative stats. It's in different cultures, and
He's like low key right.
so what I'm saying is that, well, all I'm saying is, like, we have to. I just feel like the male perspective in the Black community has been quiet, and it's sort of manifested itself in a reaction, which is the red pill or the manosphere, which, hate it or love it, it exists because Black men's voices and will has been sort of shut down by mainstream society, right? And I just feel that any form of true masculinity, not all, but some Black women, not all, but some Black women take it as a threat. They take it as toxic masculinity, as, controlling, as trying to make you a slave, right? And I could be wrong, but I just feel like that's the consensus that some of them have. It's like they misconstrue male qualities
Well,
or masculine qualities. And I think
may
that,
I speak to that?
yeah,
Can I speak to that? I feel like a lot of women don't agree with being submissive and knowing their place inside the household. I think that's a problem. I do agree with that or whatever. But the whole thing is, I think the overall problem is in the Black community is that like a lot of things were taken from us or whatever. The whole community needs healing. I think like I mean
I
besides
agree with
reparations,
that as well.
people need therapy. Like you can't like I just read something the other day or whatever that says that like we still feel the effects of slavery. Like we still feel like everything that happened, through our genetic structure. Like we can still feel it. We can still feel the hurt. We can
Hmm.
still feel like everything that happened or whatever. So like I think that
Yep.
definitely plays a part within our community or
I
whatever. So
agree.
like I mean a lot of women or whatever. Then you got the rap culture. Then you got the different things or whatever. Like it's so many different things. Like people out there saying like the I can't even quote a rap song because I don't even listen to it or whatever. But this all Pound Town. Like come on, like you just left Pound Town. Like why would you want to leave there? Like why would you even want to go there? You know,
Right. That is crazy.
like
Like
it's
Pound
not like
Town?
like
No.
they're justifying just getting smashed and everything like that like
Yeah.
like like you should want more for yourself than to just be that or whatever like shooting the club up and all that
Not
stuff
only getting
like
smashed, but like dogged out by men. Like
right and it's like
completely
but they're
dogged
calling
out
they're
and
taking
disrespected by them.
right. They're
Like,
making it
no,
seem like
that's not
they're trying
cute.
to be empowered. They're trying to like they thinking it's empowered or whatever. I feel like I love a Black man or whatever. I love a man period or whatever. I don't feel like you should like I feel like you should, respect them, but you have to still meet them where they are. If they have issues within themselves or whatever, if you have issues within yourself, whatever, I think people don't take any time to like just look within themselves and see what's really going on with them. People just out here having no accountability and just living their life and then they're just messing up people's lives. People need to break up all these toxic relationships. People are being mean to each other or abusive relationships and
Mhm.
people, cheating on each other, sleeping with each other's friends and all that stuff like that. Like let
Right.
that person go, let them be with who they're supposed to be with. And then maybe they can have a chance to have a healthy relationship. There's so many unhealthy relationships. Like I
Facts.
think that's the root of it. The root of it is the unhealthy relationship. Are you procreating with the person that you're supposed to be procreating with? Like, and I'm guilty of it.
Mm.
I'm guilty. I had my kids young. I had my kids 18 and I was 18 and I was 21. And I should not have like, procreated with the gentleman that I procreated with. But what can you do? I actually ended up raising great kids. Their fathers are in their lives, but we didn't. they were in the household together with us or whatever. Like, so, but then you got relationships where like you got people that stayed together, but was the relationship healthy? You got people
Right.
that,
That's true
stay
too.
married for 50 years and have a whole toxic relationship.
That's facts as
So,
well.
so Dark, you're right, or whatever. Like people that are being mean to each other and like and they shouldn't even stay together or whatever. They shouldn't stay together. But like we have to be conscious of how can we be conscious if we're not healed? We're just so many broken people.
Well,
Like I think
here's the only issue. I kind of agree with most of what you said, right? The only issue I have is there's never going to be a time in anyone's life where you're fully healed. There's never going to be a time in anyone's life where everything is figured out. You're going to walk outside your door every morning and life is going to fuck you up. And then, you're going to have those days where life doesn't fuck you up. And then you're going to walk outside and life is going to fuck you up again. You're going to get bruises and shit, but your body can heal. Your spirit can heal, right? Through the
it's all a test.
experiences that
Everything in
you
life
have.
is a test. It's a test.
You say the people who was together for 50 years, probably was some toxic stuff. We don't know if it was a great. Yeah, we don't know, but they made it 50 years though. Okay, that's something to say right there. And I just feel like
I agree with that as well.
Bringing it back to what the topic was, and then I gotta go. Just thank you so much, ladies, for having me on. But I'm not saying that it's all Black women's fault. That's not what I'm trying to say. I apologize if it sounds like that. But really what I mean is that okay, that's fair. But if there's a lack of projection that Black men have in America. And in my opinion, it allows all this stuff to happen. Right? Like, I mean, there's so many different instances where, I'm out somewhere and I can see, if someone would just tell that kid to like this little kid is walking in the store with his mom and he has his hands like shoved in his pants. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling the little kid, hey, bro, take your hand out your pants. You're in the store, bro. But the mom, she's not saying shit. She's just letting it happen. And I just think that men and women have different roles. And because men have been sort of displaced out of that role through the policies of this country and the experiences, the different historical ramifications of the Black community in this country. I just feel like it's a part of men's authority not being respected, or every time a man says something or wants to lead a situation a certain way, it's seen as oppressive instead of what it actually is, a man acting his role out. You feel me? So,
No, I agree. Men should step up. That is that you guys are supposed to be the heads or whatever. We're supposed to follow behind you guys or whatever, or be beside you. You guys are supposed to take the lead. But here's the thing: there are not enough leaders. There are so many men that want to be women that like, can you lead us? Like, why do you want to be us? We need you to lead us. We need you to take responsibility in the community and inside of the households or whatever. Like, but you're not. You're wanting to put a dress on. You want to be us rather than wanting to be the man. Put the pants on.
Yeah, that's true too. There's a lot of that going on. But I do respect those men who are, trying to be men and who are men and who are leading at the end of the day. So shout out to them, like, cause how many do we have left, respectfly?
Yeah, Dark, don't change. Don't keep stepping up if and don't be biased. Don't think that, just based on your experiences that, all people are a certain kind of way, or don't overgeneralize. Get out there, see the world and everything like that, and know that that's not like the standard. Like, I really believe it's nature versus nurture. Like, a woman can tell that boy to take his hands out of his pants. Like, was she not trained? Was she trained that was okay? Like, I don't think, like, when I see guys spitting outside on the street, like just spitting and cursing and all that stuff or whatever, like, like, it doesn't take a man or a woman. It just takes somebody that was raised properly. Nature versus nurture. And so just keep being the example. Like, don't think it's all women are bad.
Well, you're right. It doesn't take a man or a woman. You're right. It takes a person who was raised properly. That's 100% true. However, right, the man and the woman has to be there because the kids, right, they love their mom and they respect their mom, but they
Yeah.
have a different type of respect for their father. So when their mom tells
Yeah.
them to do something, you know, they might or might not do it. If the dad say it, they gonna do it. You feel me?
Oh,
You're right.
absolutely.
You're
And
right.
Every
so
You're right.
time.
I
You're
mean,
right.
and that's all I'm saying is that I feel like if that was implemented back into the Black community, which I don't know it will be, but if that, because we got too many Gabrielle unions, but if
Yeah,
that
too
was
many, child.
implemented
Ooh.
back
But what
into
is
the community, I really feel like a lot of this stuff would be solved. That's and
but right?
I don't think it has to do with Black women being submissive per se or anything. It's just I just think
I
that
feel like we just
women
need to
need to.
work together
Well,
at the
I
end of the
mean,
day.
I don't know. It might be kind of too late for that, but I just think
No,
it's still
it's
possible.
never too late. It's never too late.
I think it can work.
I don't know. I don't know. It
But
can work, just
there
not in
has
a.
to be
Just
people
it
who are
would have to
willing.
work in a outside of the box, abnormal type of way. It could still work, just not in the way that it was supposed to work. If that makes any sense.
And listen, if the guy and if the father has the wrong belief system, it's still not going to work. If the father is walking around sagging his pants, and your son is
Facts.
walking around sagging his pants or whatever, you know, the mom's telling him to pull his pants up or whatever, but he sees his dad sagging or whatever, like
Yeah.
then he's going to think that it's okay to do that. But like that came from jail, like you know, when people wore their little, you know, little jumper down, that meant like, you know, they were ready for, you know, whatever, you know, and that came out, you know, from the uncles and the people that were in jail and everything. So I'm not saying the whole thing is like it's not about like what the dad says, but if the dad has to have the right belief system.
No, but see, the
That's all
dad's
I'm
gonna
saying.
have the right belief system if he had a dad to fear that he was going to follow that belief system by. And that's
He
the
can have
man
a
that,
mother that's
but wait a
teaching
minute,
that too, though.
that's the man you're talking about. See, the man you're talking about who's sagging his pants and who's the father, that's not gonna happen if he had a father, right? Who instilled that in him.
Well, my
Mm.
son doesn't sag. My son doesn't
Yeah,
sag or whatever. Like I don't.
my kids better not.
No, no,
Yeah, I
no.
mean, but
I'm not
even
saying that.
I know,
Wait, wait.
but
Let me
I
make
know
something
women.
clear because you keep wait. You keep talking about what your son does or your family does. I'm not saying every single Black woman or every Black woman in some co-parenting situation is horrible or whatever. I'm not saying that. Not at all. But en masse, we need more nuclear settings, nuclear
Absolutely.
family settings,
I agree with that.
and this whole like. I just think that you know. It, there just needs to be more trust between the sexes, and I unfortunately don't think that's gonna happen. But I think that the problem can fix itself. You know, it just depends on who Black women want to admire the most. Do they want to admire a little baby, or do they want to admire the kid who's like, you know, passing in science classes? Yeah.
Mm.
And then that's all I want to say. Hey, thank you so much, guys, for having me on the
Exactly.
show. I
Thank you
really
so
appreciate
much.
it. I thought it was a good
Thank you,
conversation.
Dar.
You guys
It
have a
was
blessed night.
awesome. Thank you
All right.
so much.
You
You do
also
the
Yeah.
thank you
same.
so much.
This was great, you guys. Any final words? I feel like this was a great conversation. It got a little crazy at times, but overall, I feel like it was a great conversation. I love to hear different sides. So, what do you guys have to say? Who wants to speak first?
Is Nola still here?
I believe she is.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Yes. Who wants to go first with your final thoughts?
She can go ahead and go.
Go ahead, real estate.
Um,
What you got?
I feel like
Mute.
the cure, the cure is love.
Yes.
The cure, the cure is love. The whole thing is we have to respect one another. Even if we don't agree with what people are, you know, the decisions that they make, who they choose to be in life. You know, that's the whole thing is we have free will. So The Lord
Yeah.
will deal with us. It's not about us judging one another or whatever. Judge not, yet ye be judged. I
Who
do not
preach?
agree with homosexuality. I don't feel like it's productive for reproduction or for the world. However, it is what it is. The world is the way it is. You could pray for people and everything like that. You can try to get to the bottom of why they became like that. You can say nature versus nurture, like what happened to them or whatever. But if you pray for somebody, like if you really you know love humanity and you want the world to continue, I would say pray for people, because I think prayer is the best solution that I can come up with, because I've never seen anything like this in my life. When I was growing up, it was people
Me
that was
either.
like, one neighbor that was like, might be a little bit homosexual, whatever. His name was Bunny. You called him Bunny
Right.
and
We
everything.
had we
And it
had
was
like a couple of them girl. Like I remember one was Brandon. One time he came to school with a skirt on. This was in the early 2000s. I was in high school and they sent him home.
right.
But now they can't
As
do
they
that today.
should.
They
Hmm.
can't do that today. They have to allow
Right. They
him
get they get a
to
whole
come
they
to
get a
school
whole
with his
lawsuit
skirt
over that
on and
now.
his eyelashes and his dress or whatever his tank top because that's how he's feeling today. So, you know, it is
And
what
the
it is.
thing about it
But back
is,
in
like,
the day, no, you got to go home. You got to put your pants on, sir. What's going on?
right. Right, but then
Yeah.
like you can't. The thing about, all right, so people and people don't agree with me about people having a chemical imbalance, nothing like that or whatever. But you never know what happened with
No,
them to
that's the
make their
thing.
mind
That's
that
the
make their
thing.
mind not right. Like,
That
so
is definitely a thing.
say you tease somebody that come up, and they decide to be homosexual, whatever like that. Say you tease them, then they decide to kill themselves or kill somebody else or kill everybody around them or whatever because you tease them or whatever. Like, it's not your job to judge them or whatever. Like,
It's
you can look at
true.
them or whatever. You can even turn your nose up, walk away or whatever. But like, they're still human or whatever. There's
They
everybody going through
are.
their own stuff. Everybody going through their
And
own life. It's
facts.
hard
And
out here. It really is.
yeah.
Everything in life is a test. And I mean, that's the answer that they chose. Like, if A was homosexuality, B was heterosexuality, C was transgender, D was whatever. None of the above. They decided to be abstinent. It's their choice. But
Absolutely.
it's not okay, but it's up for the Lord to deal with them. It's not your choice
It's not
to
up for
judge
us.
them or to deal
But
with them. All you can do is
we
pray for
still
them.
can talk about it though, right? Because it is a
Oh,
free.
oh yeah, we're gonna
We
talk
still talk
about it
about it.
because I feel it's an abomination and it's not okay. But that's my opinion,
That's your
and
opinion
that's
and
that's my
that's your
final
thought.
word.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. And somebody might feel opposite of you, and that's fine too. Um,
Yeah.
Nola girl, what do you have, baby? What's up?
Girl, I'm here for it. I agree with
Mhm.
everything y'all said. I ain't gonna
Mhm.
elaborate on it. Y'all said it. I agree.
There we go. All right. Well, you guys, all I have to say is I appreciate each and every one of you guys for lending your opinions, your thoughts, your concerns, questions, or what have you. I feel like this is a great stream. It got a little chaotic, a little crazy here and there. But at the end of the day, that's just human nature. Sometimes we do get out of character, we get passionate about certain things, and that's just a part of life as long as we can keep it respectful and remain, pretty much cordial amongst each other. That's my goal on my channel. And I hope and pray that we can continue this type of dialogue so we can move forward in a positive manner on this channel. And I appreciate you guys so very much. Remember to hit that like button. Shout out to every panelist that came up. I love y'all. I appreciate you guys, everybody in the chat. I love you guys. Thank you guys for lending your opinions and your thoughts as well. Everybody contributed so well tonight. I appreciate it. Shout out to the Cash Apps. I appreciate that as well. Um, Listen, it's been a lot. I knew this was going to be a long one, but I'm glad that I finally did it. And hey, we may have to talk about it again, but in the meantime and in the between time, okay, y'all get some rest. If not, y'all come over to the Childless and Podcast. It's pinned at the top of the chat. just so we can wind down for a little bit for a little music, child, because this has been a kind of stressful life for your girl. But thank y'all so much again. I appreciate it. Shout out to y'all, man. It's been wonderful. I love y'all. God bless. And y'all have a great evening. Bye, guys.
And thank you for being here for the tea.
And thank you for being here for the team, period. Thank you, boo. I appreciate that. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate that. So if y'all want to come vibe with me, definitely hit the link at the top of the chat. I'm gonna be over there playing a little music real quick before I head to bed. I'm off work tomorrow, so I'm good. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye, guys.